go. Someone introduce.
Alright, so what, we here. We live, we're here again. Listen, you the intro.
Well, it's the trio.
You the intro guy.
We didn't get the beat today, but you know, Ra's here. Definitely here right now. Crispy.
In the building.
Of course. We know who the water H2O is.
Let it rain, man, let it rain.
And I don't think I need any introductions right now.
88.
Thank you, Dennis. Yeah, definitely.
88 caliber.
You got them bars. You got them bars.
You need to open up with a freestyle.
When is the trio?
Hold on.
You know what happens. You know what happens.
Listen, you need to promote yourself. You can't call your 88 bars and not promoting yourself. Let's go.
You know I got mad bars, fam. I always got a freestyle all the time.
But for now, check the YouTube. Check this YouTube page.
Check the YouTube. I just dropped one with Dynasty the artist. You know, everyone asked me to show up and freestyle with them, so it doesn't matter who it is, I'm gonna do it.
Alright, watch this.
Sort of like that hairy guy.
This used to be my freestyle in Johnson, ready?
Hey.
Dropping bars.
My name is Warren B. Coming to the area. Rapping in this class, causing mass hysteria. I'm throwing out bars like I never did before. So come on and listen, be sure to shut the door.
That's it. No more.
Cut it.
You gotta subscribe. You gotta pay for the rest,
Cut
man.
it.
That's a quick lunch he just cooked up.
That's what we do right there. You know
See me
what I'm
on the next month's subscription of the Source magazine. Is that still running? Or they canceled that? They canceled that?
You can
Is
call.
the Source
You know what his
still
rap name is? The Outlet.
The outlet. Outlet.
Don't play.
Don't play.
Plug in.
I got bars for days.
Plug
Listen, if I wasn't a bus driver, no. Drake, watch your ass.
Calm down,
I'm calling you out, Drake.
Why would you tell him to watch his ass? Just Drake beside me. I'll help you win your battle. You know what I'm saying?
He's called out, Juicy.
So you saying Drake needs help with his battles?
Nah.
We put Crispy against Drake's imposter.
But
That'll be a battle.
But it was one. It was
Battle of the light skins.
It was one against how many
work.
people you had to battle. He needed a little help there. You know what I mean? Just a little
Think so?
backup. Just a little backup. Yeah.
Oh man.
Drake, I'll give you a hot 16, just still. Give me that money first.
One of these days I'll give the guy some bars on the podcast for sure.
Yeah.
That ain't no joke. You gotta wait, don't worry, the intro's coming, right?
Easy.
What we got for the intro beat?
But wait,
Yeah,
hold on. Yeah, but hold on.
We here right now.
Drizzy, Mr. Drake, wherever you are. If you want to do something really outrageous and big, come on.
On the podcast.
Anytime. I know it's probably will never reach you, but I'm just saying.
Oh, it'll reach you. It'll reach you. Just open up your ears, yo.
I'm just saying. You can come here and unleash and say whatever you want. Don't worry about it.
Let out your frustration.
We can welcome anybody out here. That's definitely.
Yeah, there's only have to be a Drake, but anyways.
I like the call out there. See what happens.
Since we're talking Canadian right now, we gotta shout out our boy, Mr. Pilgrim.
J. Pill.
Shout out to our boy, went to high school with. He's now doing his acting thing, does the plays, and he is in
Kim's
Kim
Convenience.
There's a play that is going on right now.
In BC.
And we just want to give him a shout out and.
Congrats, homie. I told you, you're gonna be the next Denzel Washington. Easy work.
Keep pushing forward.
Easy work. We got you. We're supporting you. You're a man from Rex. We got your back.
That's true.
Just keep striving. Keep doing your thing. You'll get there.
And there's a seat here for you anytime, brother.
Amen.
Seat here anytime. All right, boys. We got anyone got some hot topics? Anything you want to discuss?
I was gonna start with the NBA All-Star.
Okay, we will start with that.
What's going on?
What the boys really think about that? So they're doing a mini tournament.
Change
4
it again.
teams, 3 games, and I guess Chuck, Shaq, and Kenny get to draft the teams. 24 All-Stars.
Mm-hmm.
There's no East or West or certain type of competition, you know. And then the kicker is the winner of the sophomore rookie game, the Rising Stars game. They'll be involved as well as the 4th team. So I'm just wondering how that's gonna go. What do you guys think? This new format is this worth the rundown, or we still gotta do this? Who's the best of the East and the West? Shoot it out like they did in the rodeo times.
What do you think?
Is your hot?
I like.
Is that a hot?
I'm old school, so you know I like the.
Is wifey blowing you up for the chicken finger?
So the old school NBA, how they used to do, was cool, and they changed it up, I guess, for their ratings or whatever for some reason. I don't know. I guess it's because it's competition. competition isn't the same anymore. These guys don't compete for it no more. They just dash up half-court threes and just let everybody go by.
Change the game.
Nah, you know what? I'm not gonna blame Steph. It's allowing everyone else to think they're Steph.
Right.
That's the
I
issue.
wouldn't say it's blame. We just kind of
Yeah.
They want to shoot, even though the guys can dunk. But getting back to it, we work half of the season to go to the All-Star game to see who's the best in the NBA, right? And I think it takes away from them being in their separate conferences of the East and the West to say, you know, what's the better conference.
Yeah.
Even the teams work hard to win the chip so they can say, well, the chip's still in the East or the chip's still in the West.
Yeah.
You know?
Personally, I just don't get it. Like, I don't get what Adam Silver is doing. I commend him for always striving to gain attention for the league and pushing it forward. I'll give him his props for that. But sometimes you just have to sit down and say, listen, we have a product here. Is this really gonna push the bar forward and make it more popular, or are people gonna get pissed off? Because me personally, I'm gonna agree with you. I agree with the old school format, East versus West. I just think that there should be more of an incentive to those teams.
I get it. Yeah.
That would somehow affect the playoffs. Now, I'm not in that boardroom. I'm not making any decisions, but there has to be something that they can come up with their collective minds. Say, listen, this is what we're gonna incentivize. That's if the East wins, if the West wins, then they get some type of benefit in the playoffs. Out of these whole tournaments and four teams or 24 players, I don't get it. Like, to me, it makes no sense. And I think the prize money was, how much is the prize money?
It's 1.8 million for the team. So I think
for the team.
Said 125 for each player.
So you have to divide that amongst all stars, right? That's nothing to make them go all out for.
But I think it said 50,000 for something. I don't know if that's the other team.
Yeah.
I think that's
what it
for
said.
the other team.
I mean, we should hold a vote. Do you guys prefer the old school format where it's just simply East versus West,
Or they're trying new things each year.
or these tactics where they try something different each year? Put it on a vote. Let me see what you guys think.
Now, with this one, what I think they're trying to do, like I was telling you guys earlier, where they're doing the Rising Stars to play as the fourth team playing against the NBA stars, all stars, is that might at least depending on how far they get, hopefully will make them compete. Because as the NBA All Stars, do you want to lose to the
G League or
G League and second year players? I don't think. I know it's an All-Star game. They'll probably be like, whatever, we're just thinking it up. But you gotta have some pride. And that's the thing what we say about the league now. There's no heart. There's no pride in I don't want to lose. It's I get my check. I'm good. Whether I win or lose, that's great. But there's no heart. That's why the All-Star game back then was competitive. At least the first 3 quarters, and in the fourth, you got first 3 quarters. Yeah, they did things, but you can still see they were playing. They were still doing stuff. They were still playing defense. They were still trying to fight for position. You can see clips of it. What was it? It was Pippen and Barkley fighting for position in the All-Star game. Now people were, I know people are gonna be like, oh, you don't want, do you want your $100 million player getting hurt? Well,
before the playoffs,
why are you paying him $100 million? And 2, you can get hurt anytime. Like this, and you signed up for. That's part of the league. You make it. You go to the All-Star game. You put some type of competitive. No one's saying you have to fight each other and get mad, but if he's in front of you, don't just he did one move. Oh, okay.
I think that's why the East and the West thing is so important, because just like your point right there, Barkley was playing in Phoenix, and Pippen and them only see each other twice, maybe 3 times.
But they had the heart.
Regular season.
So they had the heart. They didn't want to lose to that person.
Exactly.
They didn't even. But they don't have that now. Remember, they're all friends.
I got a question for you guys.
On the court, they're all friends. Off the court, it's cool, but on the court, they're all friends.
Yeah.
Facts.
It is true.
I got a question for you guys. When you're watching the All-Star game, right? So basically the All-Star game is to showcase the skill level of each All-Star.
Yep.
Would you, at this point, would you prefer seeing the skill level or 4 quarters of straight competitiveness? Do you want back in the
3
day?
quarters of skill, and at least 4th quarter, that's when you go at it. I don't want it being blown out by the 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter. Even so, make it a blowout because you guys are actually playing.
Right.
Like back in the day, if you never saw
the competitive part of it is on both sides. So
Yeah.
if they played all out, like if they really played all out,
Yeah.
all fourth quarter,
Yeah.
you would get some alley-oops, you would
Yeah.
get a lot of different basketball plays, but the IQ and the speed of the game would be much greater
Gotcha.
because the defense is all the elite guys.
Yeah.
You don't have to run plays; they're all IQ.
Mhm.
So you're gonna see momentum each way,
Yeah.
and I think that's what you miss. I think a lot of them they let them do the dunks, right? The guy comes through the lane, we're gonna let you dunk instead of fouling.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna see a regular. It's not meant to be a regular season because they would have the fouls. They would use their fouls. You know what I mean? So the showcase part of it, I think the first half.
Yeah.
Let's say the first half you do your showcase. That doesn't have to stay the skills. It just
Mhm.
gives them the time to do their the alley oops and certain windmill dunks that you're not gonna see all the time, right?
Do you remember that year that it was down to the wire when it was Iverson and Margaret
Right.
carrying the East?
Exactly.
Okay, using that as an example, right? Say it was like that all 4 quarters.
Right.
Would you rather prefer seeing that all 4 quarters or like the Vince Carter dunks, the Kobe?
So I think I like all of it. You wouldn't get to see Vince do that 360 on the baseline if a man's gonna foul you. And for 4 quarters, you can foul, but again, if the guys are playing fully competitive,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get your top guys or whichever guys you want all the time. Definitely man's gonna foul you.
Yeah, but-
Now you're gonna put it onto the refs and then again it's all stars.
But I'm not just saying necessarily foul and like really be up, but like if the ball swings, if we're on this side, the ball swings to the other side,
Right.
swing with it. Make it look like you're trying to stop the ball. If he gets by you, no one's saying like grab him down and bring him down. Okay, you let him go and maybe hopefully a man can maybe jump or something at it. But now it's they get the ball, they inbound, it's this. Guy catches it, dribbles in, dunks. No one is stepping in at all. How do you get to 200 points? Don't tell me these guys are that skilled. No, they are not.
Well,
No, they
well,
are.
very skilled. Like he can,
No. I'm saying if there's
There's
defense,
just no defense.
there's no defense. So I'm saying yes, you can hit 200 points at their level, yes. But if there's some type of defense being, some type of heart, some type of okay, I don't want to lose. They're not reaching 200 points.
But then that's the foul, regardless.
Like
Because we all play ball. You know what it is. They took the hand checking rule away. But regardless, we all play ball. All 3 of us. You're gonna foul a little. If you don't want them to
that's
score,
fine. Take a
like,
foul,
like,
bro.
like, remember back in the day when I used to play, you used to follow me, so I wouldn't be like dunking on. Yeah,
excuse me.
it's alright. That's in the past. It's all in the past. Or I used to cross the keel over, break his ankles, but that's old talks.
What?
That's old talks. We're talking about now. We always used to play ball. I get it.
What?
Continue. What were you saying?
Remember episode 1 when he said
What?
when he said we were playing ball.
Pass it over here. Pass it over
You
here.
guys don't remember that?
Pass it over here.
When
I
I
want
had
some of that too. Pass it over
When
here.
I had on my Kobe jersey,
I want some of this.
and
Pass
the
it
kid
over
was
here.
under the rim, and the kid was like, no,
Notice how the man said
No,
under
no.
the rim.
and I was like, shut up, H2O,
I bet you-
boom.
Are you not? I said no.
I bet.
The kid was like,
Yo.
no.
I bet you my back was towards him too.
And then
Because that's only how he's doing it.
Ronald was like, attack! Don't do it to him. I was like, forget you, Ronald. This is all of them in the air, right? This is all happening when I'm in the air. Like, the kid was down there, the kid was like, no. And Ronald was like, don't do it to him. I'm like, yo, shut up. I'm like, yo, boom! Take your way out of Jersey off. Suck it. Went like that.
Whoever sells you that coach, bro.
No, that's stronger.
I don't even know where you went with this.
Yo, roll the tape. We could go back to Johnson.
Man,
We can go back to
American
Johnson and find it in the
drum.
archive.
I didn't think Warren dunked.
Man, he's smoking that.
You never saw me dunk?
Donuts.
Lord have mercy.
Donuts.
Yo,
Fries and
Hold on a second.
in the dip, in the condiments.
hold on a second. Yo, you never saw me doing windmills in Gym A.
Did you say Jim
I-
A?
You never saw me doing windmills in Gym A.
I've seen you do windmills.
You never saw me do windmills in Gym A.
I've seen you do windmills. No one said you don't. I can do windmills too. I can stand and twirl in the air and do. Ballerinas do windmills all the time, bro. There's a windmill right there.
I was doing 360s. Yo, Vince called me up and they like, yo, what dunk should I do in the 2000 dunk off? I'm like, yo, do like a 360 360 on the
Did you
thing.
bring up Vince?
Let's
go
get
back
out
to
of this
what
guy's
you
dream.
said.
Let's
Go
get
back
out of
to-
this guy's dream.
Pull it up the archives.
Let's come back to
Let's do it.
reality.
Let's go
Pull
back
it
to
up the archives.
Let's go back to what you were trying to say
Pull up the archives.
about the skills competition.
Oh yeah, skills.
What your thing about the 1v1?
Yeah, so I'll say
That's not a bad idea.
instead of the skills competition, they should do a one-on-one. Like I would love, even though these all-stars have a reputation to
Winner
protect.
stays on.
King of the Court. I was thinking Kings of the Court would be good.
King of the court,
They run a
or
King of the
I don't know. We should do another vote. King of the court or
Or
one
one on 1v1.
Yeah.
They should keep the skills competition.
Really?
They could probably, you know what they should do? They should add a player or something moving. Not to say a player, but because they're going around the statues, if they add some sort of defender, they probably make it a little bit better. That's why the guys are so lackadaisical when they're going through it, right?
Yeah, not actual people there or something. It's just
Right.
yeah.
You
It's
know
gonna
what I
say it might make it a little more.
But I think that idea what you're talking about, that'd be smart because seeing the best players go one on one, it wouldn't be have to be 24 of them. You select like
Yeah, it's
8,
it's a small
you
selection.
know, or
Yeah.
6, whatever, something like that, and they run a King of the Court, and whoever gets through the most guys, they give the trophy to.
Who would you want to start off in King of the Court? Who would you?
I'd like to
what
see
would you
Kyrie
want?
with the ball first.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'd love to see
Ooh.
Kyrie.
Yo, did you
Who's beating him one on one? Who's
He just
beating
got
him?
the belt, right?
Ooh.
He just got
With the team,
belt in
right?
Dallas.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was just about to
Wait,
say
no,
that.
we be talking facts.
The whole they did a one-on-one with the team, like everyone. Kyrie beat everyone
I
on
can
the
see
team.
that. I can see that.
And he
That
got
would be
the
a good start one. Who do you think would beat him? Who do you think would come close
Not you.
in a King of the Court? Oh, definitely.
The fantasy is you.
Honest to God, because I don't. No, listen. Because he has a name. Because he has a name, I wouldn't want to take that away from him. So you know what?
Wait, you wouldn't want to take
He
over
says he-
Kyrie?
That said he can take Kyrie's name away from him.
Listen,
I love
Wait.
Kyrie, listen. You stick your ass in. You stick your ass in Dallas. You don't want any of this Canadian crossover. You stay right there. We'll just keep to the facts. Kyrie don't want. Kyrie don't want none of this.
I like to see Kyrie start. Who do you face first? You?
Outside of
give him that poutine, you know what I'm saying?
outside of me,
Outside of you?
I think Kyrie versus Curry would be a good one.
Curry? Okay.
Curry's got some moves. We just
Curry can dribble.
books it.
I don't know if he could.
I'm not saying he's Kyrie level
No, right
I
now.
don't know.
Is he gonna stop Kyrie
Exactly.
first? That's
Defense.
all I
of.
wonder.
Is Kyrie defense? Is Kyrie a defender?
He can, but not like. You can't remember Steph and Kyrie when it was prime time
Yeah.
Golden State
Yeah.
and prime time Cleveland with LeBron and Kyrie. They had their matchup together, and it was nice.
Yeah.
If you watch that whole thing, the blocks, the steals on both sides, it was nice.
Yeah, I think you give Kyrie the ball first. That's gonna be hard for Curry.
I know that.
That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard.
But that's a good matchup.
Yeah.
Who would you say next? Kill, you bring me back. Who would you want next?
I don't
Matchup
I don't
two.
follow these guys right now. But would you keep it? But yeah, would you?
No, but you know.
Would you keep it against guards, or is
No,
anyone
anything-
matching up?
You know, it's
Anyone
one
can
thing
sign
it's
and
King of the Court.
That's proper.
Rolling. I mean, if you said Jokic or something like whatever you feel. I'm telling
You
you.
know,
Then play LeBron.
Yeah. So LeBron.
Kyrie.
Oh, that'd be nasty.
that'd be nice. Yeah.
Who gets the ball first?
Who's shoot football? Which probably end up being.
No, you know, I give LeBron the ball first.
I think
Handle that,
I think
King.
Kyrie could stop him.
Now handle that, King.
If LeBron goes straight to the post, he's not. It's Kyrie's not stopping.
You know what's gonna be nice?
Might you could strip him. You might figure him out.
He might.
How
Kyrie
much-
gets the ball. He's not.
How much of a post game LeBron has? I don't know what kind of post game he has. I'm not saying it's garbage. I'm not saying it's great, but I don't know what his post game's like. So it could be basic where Kyrie just see, okay, I see what he's doing.
Right.
He does move, strip. Now I got it.
You know what's gonna be a nice one? Shy versus Gunman from Memphis, whatever his name is.
John
Morant
Morant
and
SGA versus
Yeah, I got it. That would be,
SGA.
that would be nice.
That would be nice.
Because if when one man blows by the other,
Ooh, yeah.
those donkey.
No, but the defender can catch up and block that. Either one of them. can.
Kevin Durant versus Tatum. I think that'd be nice. The defense is gonna be the winner there. KD's pull up is like.
Yes. The only reason I think Tatum might get him because
That's a hard
he's a little bit younger, and I don't know about.
Tatum's nice too.
I don't know about.
I can't
KD's
choose him.
legs. His injuries might kick in. It might click during that game, you know. You never know.
Speaking of injuries, who would win this one? AD versus homeboy that has like nose fracture. What's his name again?
Embiid?
Embiid.
Embiid. Oh, Embiid.
So they walk on the court, someone's gonna get injured.
Yo, that's a good match. AD is nice, you know.
But hold on.
And these nice too.
It's not
If they
going
play.
to be a question of who wins. It's, who's injured first? Who's dropping first? Because whoever drops first, the other person's winning. Done. Like, they win the game.
Embiid is always flopping.
Oh.
I thought he's flopping. He's just like, he's taking the name from AD as like Mr.
Injury prone.
Yeah, man. Like
Mr. Fragile a little bit.
Mr. Fragile.
And he's,
Like,
he's a bigger build than 80.
no, but the man's head has to be like 10 feet big because who gets nose fractures like that so often? No, like for real, he just got injured with another nose fracture. It's like, yo, is your head that huge? Like you're collecting elbows and wrists like that so frequently?
I just saw a highlight clip of him walking off and hurt again or something. After the man already said, yo, what did he say about Philly? They need to appreciate him or something like that?
Yo,
He hasn't
That-
even
Because of all he's done for the city? What have
He's
you
not
done?
Iverson, man.
yo, that whole
Not Iverson at all.
He hasn't made a final. I even made the finals.
He's not even Dr. J. He needs to slow.
that whole trust the process thing is
Barkley,
God.
Barkley has more than him too.
Anyone who's gone to the finals has more than him. Whether they win or not.
He needs to cool.
Sorry to say. And you know what the funny thing is too? Philly does not have a great record,
No.
but
Paul George is number.
who's their coach?
Who's Philly's coach right now?
homeboy from Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto.
Nick Nurse.
Nurse.
Poor guy, he took on like
And you have a better roster than the Raptors.
He has a nice roster. He has
And you're the same as the Raptors right
you
now.
think so?
Yes,
No,
Paul
not
George.
now. No,
Yeah,
sorry. Not
right now.
That's
This
what I'm talking
year.
about right now.
Yeah,
And we
this
have the
year.
same record.
Hold on, wait. So
Raptors Philly right now has a better team than the Raptors right now. I'm
Yes.
talking about back
okay,
then.
Bob.
On paper and in real life.
No, because that's what I'm saying. They have basically the same record. But you have Embiid, you have Paul George. Raptors have.
You know, I feel so bad for PG, Paul George.
Why?
That
They
situation.
shouldn't have made him leave LA.
No one told him that.
But he's been getting signed. So that situation in LA, Harden was barely there. Kawhi, friggin'
Kawhi is hurt all the time.
part-time,
I don't
whatever the hell
understand.
you want to call him.
He should not be hurt. I don't
Kawhi?
understand, but he's hurt.
Kawhi ain't hurt, man.
No?
Listen,
Kawhi's
Kawhi's
the
pimping the game from.
Kawhi is the greatest NBA player.
Trust me.
Okay.
Just goes where he wants
He
to
is the greatest NBA player right now.
Just goes
I
where
will
he wants to where he
take
wants to
a Kawhi
go. I told him
career.
that he's still the greatest. I don't care if he's losing or he hasn't been played.
Like, it's why he has the greatest career. My man's still making money. No one talks about him as like, oh,
he should.
he's this, he's that. He has titles. He's getting his dollars.
Now Harden's running the show. Harden's doing good though.
Right.
They ain't going anywhere.
No.
They need them. I'm not gonna say they don't. If Kawhi was playing there with Harden, they could win a chip. With Zubac and those guys, they could win. They could really win.
You know who's playing nice for the Clippers and I give him respect? Powell.
Yeah.
He's actually been really consistent since he's been on that team.
Yeah, Norm.
Yeah.
Norm
All right.
Powell. He's just not a
No,
superstar.
No one's always been consistent.
But he can't be a superstar on that team.
No,
It's almost impossible.
Like, he's not a superstar.
He's not. Yeah.
That's
a
his
great
that's his
role player.
Yeah, that's it. He's a superstar role player.
I'll tell you this right
Super
now.
role player.
If he was playing for Toronto, he'd be up there.
Would he?
He was already on that team.
No, he'd have, I wouldn't call him a superstar, but he would at least be
He was a great role player. He was our sixth man. That's what he
no,
got.
he'd be more than a role player if he was on the Raptors right now.
But
Come on.
would he be able to be consistent enough? Because there'd be more pressure. He doesn't have that pressure.
If he
in
played
LA.
for Toronto?
He doesn't have that pressure in LA. He's not going to be looked at as a star guy. We need you to score. If he's here, at some point they're going to look to him to be like, hey, we need you to be a 1 or 2. He's not a 1 or 2. So he could give you like maybe 3 games straight of, say he does like 35, 30, maybe Luxor gets a 40. But in the next 5, he might give you 15, 16.
No,
But that's his
I
role.
don't think you'd have to be the man still. Because you still have,
But you
still have
but
you
you're
still have
looking to
Barrett. You still have Barrett.
RJ's nice.
But
so is
Barrett,
Barrett.
You still have Brady.
But Barrett
He's decent.
is not like playing behind a Kawhi or a Harden or like they're not there yet. So he will still have to be
That's why I reckon
a top
is what it is.
top 3 then. You have to be top 3.
Barrett's a nice player, but he's upcoming. He's not.
Yeah,
a
he's
superstar.
not-
I don't know. I don't think it's up and coming now, man. Like he's been in the league for a while.
He's
So,
He's still up and like what I mean in rank. Like most men don't.
He made a name in the league.
Most men don't get it. You get to the league and like you're not a LeBron. LeBron's gonna come in the league. He's gonna shape the league right away because you're
You don't
LeBron.
have to be, but yeah.
You know what I mean? But some guys come like look Tatum. Tatum now you believe he's nice, but he's still to me like he's better than RJ, right? Because he got more grooming and all that. But he's the same way. It took him maybe he's like 7, 8 years in the league, and then now he's nice. So most of the guys they come in the league and that's what happens. The game slows down, they get stronger and faster, and then they be able to get over on some of the older guys. And I mean LeBron is prolific with his age, his body, and some of that, there's not a lot of older guys like that. But when it comes to some of these younger guys, it's just their time now. Like you see Jokic, he's moving guys. He knows what to do. He's great with what he does. But it took Denver at least those 4, 6 years. Remember they would lose all the time. Everyone's like they were nice, but they would lose. You know what I mean? So it takes some time. RJ, our team is just two guys really. Everything else is young.
Which is fine. Which is what you gotta do. You got 2 guys, you gotta work around them. You gotta build around them.
I was talking to my brother the other day. I think they should get rid of the coach. I don't.
The Darko guy?
Darko, whatever his name is.
I don't know his last name.
I don't think he's the issue right now.
Our
team is young. You can't keep changing the coach and be like when your team's not even solid yet. Like, we don't even have a team that's
we still need a
going
center.
places
like
to be
a real center.
Like you see with who was it? What's his face before Nurse? Nurse was assistant to him. Casey.
Yeah.
Right? Casey had the team for a good amount of years. Built up, but we kept getting stopped at a certain point. So they felt like, okay, we need to check. Those kind, even though people didn't like it, I can understand it at that point. But this guy's in one season with a team we know is not going to the playoffs. We already knew this.
Casey was only getting stopped because of LeBron.
But you have to get to that point. That's what I'm saying. And he was getting there consistently, and he was getting somewhere, right? They didn't get rid of him after the first 2 or 3 seasons.
They got rid of him after he won Coach of the Year.
Which we've done before.
Before we got Kawhi,
We did that to Mitchell.
We had a good team.
Right?
We had a good team before we got Kawhi. Like DeRozan, Lowry.
That's what I'm saying.
We just
we
needed
still
one
good.
good one.
We got
couldn't
Coach. We
get
did
LeBron.
after that. My bad.
Who?
Casey. I think he
Dwayne
did.
Casey.
Maybe after the Coach of the Year. I think he did 1 year as Coach of the Year, then they got rid of him the next year.
Either way, you still got coach.
Maybe
you still coach of the year by when the next season. It was done. Okay, someone else won it, but you were coach of the year. Still, right? But you can't give this guy 1 year with a team that's not supposed to make playoffs or nothing, and then expect him to be able to just mold them into whoever. Guys are hurt, this and that. Now, if it was like a Nick Nurse situation where he landed with a team already great, and they brought someone in to make you better, and now they say they don't make the playoffs or they make 1 round and get out, then you can be the coach like, okay, what do you do? What's going on here? Like, we left you with the perfect thing. All you had to do was just get them over that hump. You couldn't do it. Then I can see it. But in a year like this, you gotta have a consistent roster for him to work with to then really judge him.
He needs Emmanuel, Barnes, and Barrett healthy for us to say the real thing. And those are our 3 key players on this team, But yeah.
Okay,
Still rebuilding. Yeah.
Last thing with the ball, we talked about this earlier.
Yes.
How they're saying about LeBron and Bronny going to Golden State for Wiggins. Like they say, like 9 first rounds. I don't know, 5 first rounds, some bunch of first rounds and someone else in a rumor. Right?
First of all, whether it's Bronny going with him or not,
He's going with him. Anywhere LeBron goes, Bronny is right there.
But once he gets old enough, I don't think it'll be like that.
It shouldn't matter. I don't care if he's your son. If he's not doing his role, no.
If LeBron goes with Steph and they get to keep Draymond, I don't care if they let go of Wiggins or however they want to do. But if they get to
You really gonna do the Canadian like that, bro?
No, Wiggins is nice. But there's no peace. If they keep Wiggins, they already let go of Clay. So who are you going to let go? You got to let go of like 4 men. Looney, Kuminga, you gotta let go of
Kuminga's not going anywhere.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
But for LeBron.
Notice
all of the,
you're
that's
gonna
what
let
happens
go
to every team.
You're gonna let go 4 or 5 of those key guys if it's not Wiggins and someone else. So if they can keep, God forbid, they keep Wiggins and Draymond, LeBron goes there, that's a chip.
I won't say it's a chip.
That's a chip.
Right? These guys are older.
Okay, what do you say? Draymond, fam, alone, locks down the defense by yourself. Now you have LeBron who plays defense. I don't care what anyone says, and he'll run down blocks. You know what that does for Draymond? He doesn't have to do the extra. When he runs down now, all he has to do is
but they still have to depend on the bench because how How
You don't need no
much?
bench.
Yeah,
You can play one of the
these
stars
guys,
or two of the stars with the bench.
They don't
When
play
Draymond and
all
Wiggins-
games anymore
So
now.
so
LeBron
Draymond-
can't play a whole season. He never played a whole season, so
So
he's not doing it
so think
now.
about what I'm saying. If
So you need a bench.
Draymond is sitting, right? If Draymond
It's
is
not
sitting
Draymond
with
anymore.
Wiggins, let's just say Draymond is sitting with Wiggins, and it's still LeBron and Curry. You're a powerhouse. I don't care if you have no Kuminga, Looney, doesn't matter. You're a powerhouse. If you sit
Not against
LeBron
a team.
and you still
Not
have
against a
Draymond and
team.
Wiggins playing with Steph, you're still a powerhouse.
Would you say
If you set Steph and you still have LeBron at the point with
But-
Wiggins and Draymond,
But Lakers can't do that with
They're
LeBron
powerhouse.
now.
are you that confident?
they only have LeBron and AD.
LeBron went on his little streak of triple doubles. That's great, but your team is still.
It's
And then
LeBron
now
and
you're
AD,
losing.
and they're
Okay,
all young
but now
guys.
you're bringing Steph, who gets hurt.
All young guys.
Now
Steph
it's
again.
okay. Steph gets hurt. LeBron gets hurt because it's gonna happen at some point. They're both probably gonna be hurt, or you're gonna have to rest or something,
Steph won't get hurt.
right?
Are you still not?
Okay, now you have.
Curry's not letting
But
LeBron
now,
and Steph
but
get
now
hurt.
you're gonna have to run them through the season because you're gonna have to make. They're not crushing the league. This isn't Golden State of with Thompson and them when they were just blowing out teams. It's not happening every game. Listen, it's not happening every game.
These
So,
guys are nice.
They're gonna. Okay, I'm not saying they're not nice, but the league now is different. Like if you play a team, you're not crushing them like that.
You think that team is going
Maybe you
seven-
might get a game.
I didn't say
You
they're
think-
blowouts.
you
You
think-
think
you
they're
think-
fucking blowouts. I'm
you
just
think
saying
they're
they're
going-
gonna
you
win
think they're
enough
going-
games to get to the playoffs.
Okay, but
And then
but
that's-
this is what I'm
once they
saying.
get the playoffs, the playoffs.
But you think they're
No,
going seven deep
Hold on,
against
hold
Boston?
on. For them to just
7 games.
Seven deep
Oh,
against Boston.
if they played in the finals?
Yeah.
If they had LeBron,
Yes.
Wiggins, Draymond, and
You
Steph,
think they're going seven deep against Boston?
they'll beat those guys.
Wiggins.
Really?
LeBron, Wiggins, Draymond, and Steph against the Boston team right now, they'll beat those guys.
I'll tell you, they'll beat those guys.
See, you're looking at
I'm
it.
not-
But no,
You're
but see,
sipping on the fact that
I'm not-
Steph is
You're-
going to hit any three he wants. So
But
once
you're-
LeBron is driving the ball or Wiggins is driving the ball,
You're-
and they have to double. Whatever team chooses to double LeBron or double Wiggins,
You
because
think
they
they're
both can
beating
score.
Drew, Brown,
You have
Tatum.
Steph running around like a friggin'
not
road running. Steph is road running everywhere.
Bro,
with
this is
Draymond,
seven
picks.
games you
That's
have to.
stupid.
This is 7 games
I'll tell you.
that you have to go.
Yeah.
How you're talking is the four of them are on the court all game.
Why not? It's playoffs.
They're old.
Oh.
LeBron can't play a whole game
Why can't he play a whole game?
because he's old. He rests. He needs
First of all, you
management.
need to put an
It's the
asterisk.
playoffs.
7 games straight. 7 games straight. He's going
They get
48.
2 games. They get 2 days to rest on the NBA Finals. They do not understand this is the playoffs.
Let's make.
And
Let's
so is Boston.
They're
But wait,
playing 40 and
so does
overtime, and they're gonna go rest for 2 days.
Let's make.
hold on. Every advantage.
And then they're fresh
Every
again.
advantage he's trying to give Golden State, Boston is getting that too. Golden State gets 2 days rest.
So does
Boston.
I know,
And they're younger.
It's okay. They're not better.
Their
though.
bench is better.
Let's make sure Draymond.
You need a bench.
They're not better than those 4. That's how I feel.
Yeah, if you're playing one
That's
game,
how I feel.
you play one game up to 12. Yeah, okay. They'll
No, this
rest.
is NBA.
You want to go a 7-game
You
series?
know they're
Hold
all.
on, hold on.
Steph is the best
Hold
shooter
on.
in the world.
That's great, but he's not. Then Golden State should be on top.
What do you mean?
He's the best shooter in the world. So you're
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
he's the best shooter in the world.
Golden State.
But if he
nice
doesn't,
right now.
but if he doesn't have, but he's the best shooter in the world.
He doesn't have LeBron.
He's the
With-
best
with the
shooter
team,
in
with
the.
the team he has right now, Golden State's nice, you know. It's not like they're not in the playoffs.
Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
They're not doing good so far.
They're nice enough. They're in the playoffs.
Right
That's all
now
that
they're
matters.
struggling. Right now.
That's what I'm saying. You make the playoffs great. You're making it as a 8. You struggle. Those guys had to bust their ass all season to make the playoffs. Now you want them to turn it up even more, which you're saying the bench doesn't matter. So their bench is shit.
I'm just saying.
Hold
if
on.
They get LeBron.
Hold on. Their bench is
A very big piece. Like LeBron is not.
The Lakers got LeBron, got rid of all of their guys, brought in AD, got this guy, that guy, and did what?
No, the Lakers messed up.
Wait,
I'm telling you,
can't
I
say-
said,
no,
when
no,
the
no,
Lakers
no, no.
had LeBron and
It's the same
AD with
thing
Dwight
Golden
Howard,
State.
Colden, Caldwell Pope, that team, that was the team. When they, not just the
And they
ball
got
away,
destroyed.
that was the team.
And it got destroyed after.
I don't know why they did that. That's
Because
their problem.
LeBron.
Because LeBron had the team right there.
Because
LeBron getting rid of Dwight Howard and certain big men. You're saying it's LeBron? I don't believe that.
Why
would he
LeBron was that team.
He had a team and they
Look,
won.
and-
No, LeBron had a team and he won. So he's like, get rid of them? Does that make sense? I don't think so.
Money.
I just think, man,
Money.
couldn't
He
pay.
probably couldn't get rid of them beforehand.
You couldn't pay certain.
Every team he gone to,
Maybe.
every team he's gone to, he hasn't just showed up on the team and they play. Whole shitload of people are getting stripped out, and they're decent.
No, but he does show
to
up and
good.
play.
They're decent to good players. That's
You're
great.
right,
but now when he's gone, which he's done to all those teams,
He does show up.
the
and
teams
play.
are no good because
The only team he
they
didn't
got
show up
rid of
and
their
play
team.
was Cleveland. And the reason why I say this is when he got to Cleveland, G, that was his team. He's like the new Jordan. He got drafted home. Let's
And
just
they
say
went and
Jordan's
got
not from
Wade.
Chicago.
Rose.
I'm
They
saying
went and got Rose.
they
went and got this guy. And you're telling me
They
that
went
was
and got
all
Shaq,
the
they went and
organization?
got all these people and he couldn't win. This was my point that you're saying. They went and got all these people for him in his hometown and he couldn't win. And you said that he didn't just go there and start playing. Yeah, he started that. He started that. He said, wait, I'm coming to Miami. We're going to bring Bosch. They went there with 2-man and they got rid of a bunch of people and then they started winning. That's his thing. He went to LA, they got rid of people, they got their team, then he won. So if he goes to Golden State, it's going to be the same thing that you're saying he didn't do, and that's what he does. He leaves, goes to a place, adds the team, and then he wins. And then when he stays there after, he doesn't win again. Think about it. He had to go back to Cleveland to win again. And he was already in Cleveland.
Then,
You understand?
so I kind of understand the mashing.
Telling you they're going
When
to do
Miami,
that.
if Miami did it or whatever, then I can get it. I understand.
He's
'Cause he
old
was-
now, but look what he's
now-
doing now. And he's old.
That's great, but you're not winning.
Do you
Like,
think this is?
I get it. That it's all the
If they do it, we can
great.
see. I don't
I
think they will.
I'm not saying that-
I want to challenge you, Q, on this.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
they're
they're shit. They have the potential to be what you say, like what you're saying, going to. But this is what I'm saying. They're going to need it. The league now. They're going to need a bench the way these guys play. These guys don't play full games anymore.
The West is
If they
always
can,
stronger than
they
the
want
East.
They want to take them out. They want exactly. So
The West
that's
is
making it
always
even
stronger than the
harder for Golden State now because the West is that strong. I know you got these 4 guys. I'm gonna make you wear those guys out, and then when you bring that bench on, I'm gonna whoop your bench because you got no bench. You gotta bring them back on.
Let me-
and I'm gonna wear them out even more.
let me tell-
OKC,
They gotta play defense too, eh?
Denver, top 3
You gotta chase me on defense.
Okay, in the West, right? And if you add LeBron to Steph, still, I still think they have a chance.
Give me a second. I want to
They do.
challenge you.
They have a chance.
Let me challenge you on something.
Yeah.
Would you rate this as a weak move for LeBron?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Stop.
yes.
So you said yes, right?
He shouldn't leave.
Hold on. You said you'd rate this as a weak move, right?
He said it. Well, he couldn't compare to Jordan.
Hold on a second. Would you rate this as a weak move by LeBron?
Yes, no, yes, if you're trying to give me that goat talk, you're out of that. You were in it for me, but
Okay. But
definitely,
silently,
now, definitely now, you're out of it. It's weak because you know our mentality. You're the star, you want to clean the team. Now, I get it. You're older now.
that's gonna catch you on. I was gonna catch you on something.
I get it. But hold on. I know what you want to bring up. I know. Hold on.
He caught me.
I know the 3 who he wants to bring up, but remember.
No.
But remember, those men didn't have a title yet.
No, I wasn't
They
gonna
had no rings.
No.
So you guys are coming together. Yes, I get. They had their reason then when Ray and Garnett did it. Yes, they were done. They didn't win it on their own. Okay, they came together. They did their thing. They were at the end of their whatever. Some of them stayed a little bit longer. Blah blah blah. They were trying to get their first title. They did that. These guys are not trying to get their first title. You get together, great. If you win, that's great. But again, it doesn't hurt Steph.
No, you missed what I was gonna point.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you were gonna bring up something else.
Go ahead.
Hold on. So if you're saying then that this would be a weak move on LeBron, aren't you kind of giving LeBron his props as he's really that guy? Because if he's too old, right, and you're saying that the Boston Celtics or another team would run through them, right? You can't really say that in the same breath because you're saying, okay, it's a cheat code that is going to play with the next superstar. But if it's a cheat code, then you're saying that it's that good.
I'm not saying right now. I'm not saying it's a cheat code. I'm not saying it's a cheat code.
But it's a weak move.
I'm not saying they're gonna just. If you're giving me your go talking, you're the greatest at this. You're running to another team again.
No,
Facts.
you.
Yep.
You're running to to
Hold on a
another
second.
team.
That's how he
now.
wins. That's
That's
why
how
I'm
he
looking
wins.
up.
That's
how he
but
wins.
he's a, you in your eyes, he's a superstar player. Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay.
you are a superstar.
So yes,
player.
because he's a superstar player, he's joining another superstar. You perceive that as being weak. Yes or no? You perceive that
It's a what? You know
In
why
what
it's
way?
weak? You know
Well,
why
like I
it's
said,
weak?
if
Because
he says like a Kevin Garnett,
he
it's
got
like
drafted
it's like a
to
Kevin
Cleveland.
Garnett.
like he got drafted.
Yeah,
You know what? Yes.
You have a
Yes, it's
superstar.
weak because of the position everyone wants to put
No, forget
LeBron in.
everyone.
No,
You
have
forget
to.
everyone. Forget
You have to.
everyone.
You have to.
No, forget everyone.
Then he's just another player. He's a superstar because yes, he plays, but people put him up here because of the way and he's
Hear me
this.
out, hear me
So
out.
if you're here,
Is he the face of the league? That's the
Hear me
question.
out. You know for a fact that I'm a LeBron hater times 10.
Is he the face of
I'm
the
a
league?
LeBron hater
I'll
times
give you a
10.
scenario. Go ahead.
I'm a LeBron hater
I'm
times
just
10.
asking him.
Bro,
Is
hold
he
on,
the
bro,
face of
hold
the
on.
league or not? I'm just asking.
I
So if he's the face of the
he's
league.
not the only face of the league.
No, I know, but I'm saying if he's one of the face, before you, because I know you don't. Think about it like this. Just like we said from before, Jordan's from North Carolina, but he stayed in Chicago. Okay, this is all the things that we tradition. Not just Jordan, but most of the guys back in the day, they stayed where they were because it made the teams great when it came to competition. Breezy got. What's great about his story is he got drafted to your home team. Whether you're winning, that's his home. He's from Cleveland, so you got drafted home. You have no excuse. Right, Akron, Ohio. You have no excuse to leave. If the only dream you have to make the NBA, you make the NBA. You get drafted home, and you're the man. So it's not like you're not the man. You're just a guy there that came from Cleveland. You kind of suck, so they might trade you. You're the man, and he is great. He's a great player in the league. You stay. You stay. And you work. You know what I mean? Even him. Think about it. He went back to Cleveland. So it's not like, okay, you left, you did all that, you went back to Cleveland, you won one chip, and you still left. So we ain't talking, I don't think we could even talk anymore about the GOAT situation or anything like that, because at the end of the day, I don't want to criticize the man's career. LeBron's great, but like you can't do it like that. Your story is not going to be a story compared to a lot of other great players.
100%.
Not just Jordan. Like,
100%.
Magic Johnson, you go, Robert Horry, to me, has a better story because Big Shot Bob's not a great player, but he's going to go to all these teams because he's not a great player. They had to trade him, and he's still winning chips. You see what I'm saying? So what is it for LeBron? You can't do everything. You know what I mean? Like, where are you? You're going to be great. You're going to be great here. You're just going to be a great player. Or you saying you're the face of the league, then you got to do more when it comes for your story, to me. You know what I mean?
I appreciate the story, but that's as far as it goes.
It's like this. You have your kingdom. I have my kingdom. He has his kingdom. I now, not really liking something going on here in my kingdom. Stuff's going on, but it's my kingdom. But now I'm gonna go there because it's not great in my kingdom, but over there it's looking nice. I say, I don't want to be a king here. I'm gonna come here and be a king. Are you allowing me to be your king? Can I come there and say, I'm king?
That's when he goes there, it's
there's no such thing as two kings in one kingdom.
This is what I'm saying. But then now I'm gonna turn around and be like, I'm the greatest king in the world.
But he did. Remember, that was Wade's
Well,
team.
I don't think.
It was
now
He said he
now
was
you're
the
gonna
GOAT.
now you're gonna catch me because I'm gonna say I don't think anybody, and I know I said before you shouldn't say anybody, but I don't think anybody's gonna perceive that as him still being the king. If he does that.
But he did. But that's what I'm saying.
Him.
When he went to Miami.
He will.
When he went to Miami.
And his little fan base. But I think predominantly, if you're an NBA fan and you follow the game, I don't think the swath of people that follow the game are going to say. I don't think the swath of people that follow the game, the swath of fans that follow the game, are going to proclaim him as a king because he joined the Golden State Warriors.
Right.
It's just like if the
That's what I'm asking. When he went to Miami, was that Wade's team?
perfect. There you go. Same
Was that Wade's team? No.
Yes, it's still Wade's team. Absolutely.
And Chris Bosh did a lot for them to win that chip.
I mean, he poured some champagne on
Even
himself.
Ray Allen, but
Kind
like.
of hot. You guys can YouTube that.
Okay, make a meme out of it. I mean, shit.
But to me, that was LeBron's best time he played.
Amen.
That duel was unstoppable. The man would run the fast break and alley on him any way you can think of. You know what I mean? That's the best time he played to me.
People were probably trying to say the Cleveland one was.
I was gonna say that.
They'll say
I think
Cleveland.
Kyrie did a lot.
Yeah, he did, but they'll say
That 3-1 comeback. Yeah,
That's gas.
compared to the Miami ones, yeah. And it was for your home. That's what I was
And it's
saying.
younger.
If he were to only win that title, I'd put him above whatever you
The
want to call him
Cleveland
now. Yeah, if he were to only win one title and it was in Cleveland, if he
If
never
he stayed.
if he never
If he
left,
stayed.
no,
Stayed.
but if he if he never left Cleveland
That's right.
and say he did all of the stuff he's doing now, points,
Stats,
all of that
points,
stuff, that's the stats,
You're
right?
But
He's gone to
all
he's
the
gone to
chips were
finals,
in Cleveland.
but he
He
no,
only
he's
won one.
lost.
He only won one.
Right.
Would you rate him?
And he won one, I would rate him. Why?
Of course,
Because
I'm rated.
no one else,
But
he can't say, hey, who was drafted by their state, maybe not your city, but
No, your
okay,
home state.
your home state, you played, you didn't leave your city to play ball. High school, elementary school, high school, you didn't even go to college. So
No, straight to
you went
the
from
league.
high school to the league in your own hometown, brought them a championship, which I don't know if they,
They haven't
the
had
last
champions
time
in
they
a long
won
time.
a ball
50
title.
something years it was them times.
And you stayed and didn't go to another team and say you retired, or they traded you because whatever they wanted you to go. You're not Jordan for me.
So
But I'll give you.
He
mad-
is himself. He's
You'll be,
him.
I'll put you right there under.
He's himself.
So you answered my point earlier on in the group chat that this honestly makes, if this happens, by the way, this is just rumor. No one's saying that.
These
LeBron-
trades are not solidified.
Yeah, we're not saying LeBron is certified going to. Golden
Yeah.
State. But if this does happen, this certifies Curry as legit the best player.
Because these guys want to come play with him.
Durant,
They all want to go play with him.
LeBron.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like if you all wanna,
I'm pretty
you
sure
all
there's other
wanna
guys that
navigate.
try to come we didn't hear about.
Exactly.
There's probably other guys.
Oh, facts.
Oh,
Facts.
for sure.
If there- if
Man,
there's
this
a- if
sitting
there's-
down that
if-
probably was begging to go
Yeah.
before Durant could go.
I think
there.
this alone, if LeBron ends up going to Golden State, this alone will put Curry on a different playing field. I think this puts him past LeBron, past KD for sure. And you know that Kobe's my boy. But if you're gonna put Jordan at number one, as winning all 6 championships with one team,
Yeah.
and then
he did 3.
Right, and then-
Three repeats,
Right,
yeah,
2
repeats,
right,
yeah.
and then Curry wins his 5th title, albeit with LeBron.
With Golden State too. You
In
know.
Golden
Curry
State.
never left. So this
Facts.
is why he gets
This
more
would
to
this
me
would
than Brady.
this legit for me, my personal opinion, would put Curry right after Jordan.
He is number 2. If he gets, remember,
It's still debatable.
Yeah, it's debatable, but I
It's still
think
debatable.
if he
But if
gets
this
five,
happens,
I
if
can't
he gets
imagine
five, if he
that.
gets
if he gets
if he gets
I mean,
five
I'm not
with
saying
if he gets 5 with or without LeBron,
right,
especially with LeBron,
right.
this puts him at number 2.
To me, it does.
And I know- I know-
He has the same amount as him. No, he has one more than
One-
LeBron, right?
If he wins,
One
this.
more chip.
No, they both have 4.
They both have 4. So
Right
he
now.
has the same as him right now.
Yeah.
But he has his team.
That's
And
right.
he's
If they get
never
together,
left.
they'll both
That's
have
right.
5.
That's right.
Right.
But it's still put past. Because like I said, you went to him
Yeah.
to get that title. I don't give a shit if you hit the game winner.
Yeah.
You went to
That's my
him.
point. That's my
Right?
point.
Yeah.
That would put LeBron now further down the totem pole.
Because if he's supposed to be this GOAT and the greatest,
Yeah.
why is no one going to where? And you're in LA, Cleveland.
Who doesn't
I
want to play in LA?
I could
Who
maybe
doesn't want to
on,
play in LA?
but even if Cleveland is a garbage place like Joakim Noah tried to bat it up, right? Even if Cleveland isn't no great place like that, whatever. You want to win title. Why are you not going to LeBron's team
Facts.
and playing there?
You know,
he had to go to. I don't care if there's no tax in Miami. Oh, the women are beautiful. You have your wife, so
He went
you shouldn't
to
even be
D-Wade
worried about the
Wade.
girls. You shouldn't even be worried about the
He
women.
went to D-Wade.
You should have had D-Wade come
Bosch
in.
got traded.
Bosch should have had. You should have had Toronto trade Bosch to Cleveland. You should have had.
Yeah.
Now you're in LA. Okay, whatever. There's
No,
there's
you
no
remember when
reason
they-
you can't
remember
come
when
to LA.
Remember when they had the talk?
You couldn't even get
He
DeRozan
said-
to come to LA.
No, he couldn't even get Bosch and Wade to come. He
To
had
Cleveland.
the talk.
Exactly.
He said, come to Cleveland.
and you see that's
And Wade was like, why?
that's some,
South Beach.
So you're not that great of a player.
And Bosch was like, well, they're trading me anyway. So
But-
I'm
but
going
you
to
see-
go to Miami and get
but see that's
traded.
something that we don't understand outside. Look, where the outsiders now, where the outsiders are coming in. There's something that's in that sorority where how come nobody is all out saying, yo, I want to play with LeBron. I would love to play with LeBron. You never really hear that. I'm pretty sure if you ask a lot of the players, the consensus is I'd rather play with Curry
Yes.
than LeBron. KD even said it a few years ago. When you play with a caliber of LeBron James, he sucks out that air in the room, like everything that just gravitates to him.
It does.
I don't think anybody really wants to play in that atmosphere. You know what I mean? That's a lot of pressure, and it's weird when you have this king moniker, but you don't hear an yo, my dream is to play with LeBron. Nobody really says that, and I find that very odd.
I haven't not heard them, but I haven't heard it a lot.
Yeah.
Some people say, like, you know.
No, you don't hear guys say, I'll play with him.
I'll play with him.
Yeah.
But if you had a chance, which player would you want to play with in the league?
Yeah.
You're gonna get different names. You're not just gonna hear LeBron.
Yeah, you'll get a Kyrie.
But again, he's the pro called king. You know what I mean?
That's his name. You want to name yourself that? That's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, you can be the king of your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. I got another. Since we're talking about,
Let's move it along. Yeah.
we're in like this.
Yo, ball can take
This
forever
argo-
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, guys, we will do like a week on ball. Like 8 episodes on ball would be different things. You have no idea.
Stuff we can go on and just ball.
So we gotta apologize.
We might have to make a whole
Podcast.
new podcast just about ball.
You don't even know. Cam man has to
Our
get a seat.
cameraman's like, yo, rig off a basketball.
That's been saying, God, next. Let's do this.
Keep going.
Wrap it up. Next one. Alright, since we're talking about like king, goat status and all the kids, this is not necessarily
Hierarchies.
Yeah, this is not necessarily.
I know this has nothing to do with Justin Trudeau.
No, he's.
Oh man, no, you
I don't know why you.
I'm
I
not
don't
Justin Trudeau.
know why you even said
King,
that.
Did he resign yet?
King leader and Justin Trudeau.
Oh, what do you want him to stay in power?
Alright, before that, this will go on this subscription page. This will go on the subscription page. You gotta pay for this content. You can't. We're not trying to get kicked off of things. You know what I'm saying?
Justin, listen. No, real quick. Real quick. Oh, you want to mention Justin while you're in this stuff? Do you want me to talk about Justin still?
Get to see his face.
Yeah. So Justin Trudeau. Let me say, we got boys here that don't really watch your power. You know what I mean? We got cameramen that have been talking about you behind the camera in the street, and then just run away when your name comes up. Not me personally. I'm just saying. We kind of probably need a new leader now.
Some stingy votes coming out.
Yeah, man. Someone just might be voted conservative scared.
Yeah.
Here's the future.
Yo, we're built for tough right here. So there you go.
Well, you did your thing. You did your thing, Justin.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was saying, I don't know if you guys heard about LL Cool J, what he had said.
Oh,
His statement.
good topic.
So he
Good
said,
topic. Yeah.
he's the most. When you look back and you look at things, that people will see him or should see him as the most important rapper. Do you agree? He's not saying.
I'm not allowed to say, but
He's not saying.
That's just his opinion.
Hold on. But he's not saying he's the best rapper.
No. He
The
said
greatest
most
rapper. He's not saying that. He's saying important rapper.
You want me to go first?
There's so many important rappers, okay? There's rappers that have changed times, that have set iconic things. LL, to me, you did a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but you weren't like some iconic to me in that way. Like, you did a little bit, but I think most of the physicality...
Did you hear what he had said? His statement?
He said
His
most
whole thing?
important.
Okay. No. I'm not saying just statement.
I wanna eat the
Why?
same. I wanna
His
get
reason for why.
Oh, no, you didn't.
You didn't hear that?
No,
Okay.
you
Alright.
didn't give me the rest.
So you say I'll say some of the stuff. My bad. I'll say some
I
of the
just
stuff.
go over what his R&B. He's saying he came in with the most. From what I know, what I've heard in the past, and not even new, but he says he's come with the first R&B type lyrical man.
He did.
Fist of Specimen
He did.
talks and all this stuff. He grew up in the hood with them, and he was this and that, but he didn't rap about it and all these things. And he has some that's this and that. But to me, women like you, that's great. You made your money that way. That's great. You're rapping. You can rap. But you're not one of the best rappers.
He never said he was.
To me, which is fine. I'm just saying, for me, you're not one of the best lyrically song-making guys. He makes great songs. He's had his time. He got the TV show. He's done the things that...
Couple TV shows.
Right, he's done the thing, and he has some movies, right? He had the clothing, so he's done the things that most wanted to do, and he did it at an original time back in the day when it was just coming up.
He was one of the pioneers.
Exactly. I'm gonna give that. He is one of the pioneers, especially when it comes to a male rapper getting the female artistry without it being male dominating and also disrespectful to the women. You know what I mean? That type of talk is what I'm just saying. But to be one of the most important, I don't want to say that because his blueprint that he followed wasn't his own. That's all I'm going to say. The things that he was doing were done already, and he just was able to be that iconic person. Some of the other people they're more influential to the audience, and they have a better reaction to the audience than others. And that's just what it is. Like Jay-Z, they're going to say, look how big Hov is now. At first, that man couldn't get nowhere. Remember, they were dissing him, his teeth is this, he had all the money, but they didn't like his rap, they were like nothing. Nothing. And then because all of a sudden he's more influential than LL. You know what I mean? And not to say that's because of me, but in general talk, they're going to say he's more influential than LL. You know what I mean? But it really is an opinion, to be honest.
So, number one, LL should be at a point in his life where he shouldn't have to say something like that.
Facts.
Right? It's almost like same thing that we were talking about before. If you're the so-called king of the league, you shouldn't be calling yourself the king. I'm talking about LeBron James. Right? So LL shouldn't be at a point in his 50s. Like I think he was saying that one day he should be getting his flowers. Right? You're LL. You don't have to say that. It'll naturally come to you if you think that you're that good. Right? Me personally, I love his songs. Like, lounging, doing it, you know what I mean?
He knows how to make some music.
Now, is he important to the culture? He has an important part of the culture.
Yeah.
He's not important. He's not as important as a Jay-Z. You know what I mean? As a rock kid. Like,
See when you say these things, so I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't agree with I don't agree that it's Jay-Z, but I'm just saying people most generally will put these guys ahead because, like, okay, see, it's different. You're going with culture, rock canon. These guys paved the way. Yeah. I'm not gonna say LL paved the way for the R&B. No, the Jodeci. What LL was smart was like, oh, I catch what Jodeci and I catch what these guys are doing.
Before Jodeci.
No, I know. I like to give examples. No, if I go back to MC Light times, I go back there when he's looking at that, because he's really looking at MC Light, Daddy Kane, all these guys.
Yeah.
No. LL. If you want to go there, LL's not before that. No.
He was basically the same. He was like the same. Okay, he was about the same time. I hear what you're saying.
A little bit after that, but yeah, like that's. Remember, LL comes out in the early '80s.
He became mainstream.
He dropped his
he
first
became mainstream.
Was it 86? He came out or something like that?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but he was doing.
Remember, he gets his house. Remember when we used to watch In the House? His show, where I'm in high school. You know what I mean? When he gets his show, when he's doing it. That's the second album where he has to have blue. We're teenagers then. Yeah. So
high school days,
Right. So I see where he's looking at it. When I was saying that, when he's looking at the culture, they're all looking at what's working, right? And then he did what is important to me was a little bit of the style. So not even the music. Like you see his hat.
The camo hats.
Right. He couldn't show his head. He didn't like to show his head. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was insecure about that. So the hats, the style. I'll give him his fashion, stuff like that. You know what I mean? The songs, some of them are great, but they're not gonna be. He doesn't have an album that's like, oh, this is the one that changed everything. A lot of it is like I could play some of that stuff and it goes with.
He had a lot of hit records like Mama Said Knock You Out, Around the what is it?
Yeah. To me, R. Kelly has more.
Oh no! Don't compare R. Kelly to L. Cool.
I am. You know what? They're gonna diss Kelly.
No, I know what you're saying.
What he does.
I'm talking only
music.
No, that's what I'm talking about. I was talking about the other stuff.
Yeah.
Music-wise, don't compare LL Cool J to R. Kelly.
Because Kelly's way better than him.
Yeah, a different color.
But I don't even think Ellen was trying to say that either. See how we're see the thing we're looking at like lyrics and who's this and that.
He's saying he's influenced.
Listen to when you get a chance. Try and look it up and listen to what he said. I don't know if
He's saying that he deserves his flowers.
No, he's not.
I think he got it.
He gets his flowers. He gets.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Does he have to say that?
No. But the thing is, if someone asks you a question, I don't know how it came up. They might have been asking something and he's giving it. But regardless, remember what we get told, right? If someone's not gonna cheer you on, you gotta amp yourself. If people out here now aren't gonna, especially now, no one's gonna. All the people coming up, listening to stuff, they're not gonna. We will have to, and we do, but these people now aren't gonna really give him his flowers because they don't know what he's done. So that's why he won't get it from these guys. And no one's showing his past really to say, look, this is what L did. Remember, he came out, 16, right? He came out 16. Came out with the I'm Bad, the jewelry and all that. He was one of the guys that made that big.
Rocking the gold chain.
Right? Rocking the gold chain and all that. I Need Love. Rappers weren't gonna make them type of tunes. He did that. Now, that's all guys are doing now, making those type of songs, right? He opened the gate for that. The fashion that you guys are saying, yeah. He was a part of that too. The acting, the rappers into acting.
He was the first.
He was one of the first. Right? I'm not saying he's an Oscar winner and everything, but he was good enough to get consistent roles. He got a TV show.
He had the look. Exactly what I said. He had the look that they wanted to take before they could take Tupac and all these guys running around. He had the look. When he's coming up with Method Man and them, Old Dirty Bastard is really a grungy motherfucker. He makes better music than him. That's why he could make music with Mariah. But LL looked the part. So they're gonna give that shit to LL, and that's great. But I think what they're missing is Method Man and certain of these guys, they were better and probably be more deserving.
There's
but
nothing.
they just
But
didn't look.
it's
the
not.
way.
We're missing.
No, but you see, you're looking to one. That's one thing. What I'm talking important means on an all-around thing. Okay, Wu-Tang got you really grimy stuff, but what else can you really say that
They make movies.
that they did that?
This is on
LL Ben did that though. That's what I'm saying. He's already done all that, right? He did all that. He's the only man to promote another clothing company in other clothing company's commercial and wear it.
Yeah, I remember.
And they didn't even know that shit.
Yeah.
We all knew what the fuck was going on. They didn't know that.
No, they didn't know.
Right? But we did all that. But another thing you fail to realize, your DMX, your Meth After and stuff, all those guys are Def Jam. That's LL.
Okay, I'm glad you touched upon that.
That is LL. He's what Def Jam built off of.
Yeah.
All of these guys are eating off of what he did.
But time out. What I think we're.
That's what I think he means by he's saying he's important. He's not saying he's the. If
He's
you're talking about, and he's the one
He
who
shouldn't have to say that.
He's the one.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
but sometimes you have to.
Why?
Because we're not talking. We only talk and think about who's the best rapper.
But
no one,
Jay-Z's not
but hold
the
on,
best
no, but no one talked. But people try to put him up there. At one point, they had him up there. Who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas. He said it himself or whatever. But regardless, people had him up there. When you talk about goats and stuff like that, no one talks about LL, right? LL's not saying I'm a goat. No, but no one talks about important. When we talk about ball, do we say who's the most important ball player? No, we don't.
But you know
We
what?
say who
Who's the
is
best?
the greatest,
But
who
you know-
is the best.
But you're missing.
But there's probably people more important in basketball than Jordan. Because it has to get to Jordan's
He
point.
said the most important.
He said who's the most important rapper.
ever existed. This is what you're talking about, right? I just wanted.
I don't know if that was the interview.
No.
Okay, they're talking. Okay, they're the TMZ, whatever.
Is it the I just wanted to pull it up. Keep going.
See, that was
Hold
something.
on, just let him say what he's saying. Let him say what he's saying.
Okay, maybe not. But LL lays out his case, and he did do a lot of things first.
This is the guy who introduced all the diamond and the ice and the champagne. This is the guy who introduced the love songs and all the love.
Also, I Need Love in 1987. It was the first hip-hop love song. He changed what rap was.
As far as clothing,
Comes through the clutch. The pizza. Was that false? Oh, come through the clutch of the pizza.
Hey!
the point.
No. You listen.
No, there's something that you guys are mentioning.
Hold on. You can mention it.
I'm gonna get into it after.
There's one person that's in that.
I'm gonna get into it after.
Who?
Well, first of all, Def
No.
Jam and Quincy and all those.
No.
I truly believe one day people are gonna say.
Okay, so what is it you want to say?
Listen, the only person that's not that, the reason why he's not where he thinks he should be, Jay-Z. Jay-Z had a chance to promote this guy. You know how much projects this man stopped? How much projects Jay-Z stopped?
Not just him, for all artists. A
That's
lot
what
of
I'm saying.
artists. A lot.
And if
Because Jay-Z owns Def Jam now.
yeah, if LL Cool J was relevant till this day, he wouldn't have to say that right now.
That's why Shine didn't think. Shine's like once Jay-Z said he shut
Once Jay-Z got that power, Jay-Z stopped.
But I
He
hear
stopped.
you.
He stopped a lot of people from coming up.
You're taking it in the other tech context, crispy. The only reason I'm saying that is Jay-Z comes way after Ella. So if he needs Jay-Z now to reinvent it.
Well, now it's too late.
This is what I'm saying.
Now it's too late.
So even him saying that with TMZ, in a relevant time right now, he's hoping people will understand. I think maybe he's in his feels. I don't know why. But once your career is done, it's done. You know what I mean? You could do whatever you want. We could make whatever you want. But once you have that time where you're like up here doing whatever you're doing, it's only gonna go this way eventually. So you gotta be okay with this is what I did when I'm doing it. If he wants to do
And he's
anything
fine
else
with that.
now, I believe he could do his acting.
He's not trying to go out and say, oh, I'm the greatest. He can still make music. Whether we listen to it or the masses listen to it or not, there's still people who will still listen to it. He's still acting.
He must feel
From
the
16
way,
to now. We say
because for you to mention it,
Yeah.
I don't think like for you to hope or say you hope or what. Why would you want to say that to feel?
And
Like,
I'm like, listen to the interview. I don't
Why not? If someone asked you
I'm
at the end of your life, what would you? Well, I hope people would look at me as a great influencer. But now you're gonna say that's like saying, well, why do you say people should see that anyway? People aren't always gonna acknowledge you. People are gonna want to knock you down when they see that you're there. They're not gonna want to acknowledge you. And again, like I said, we don't talk about
his career is surpassed the peak, and he has done like okay.
He's not
okay,
saying he's important now, like
no,
right
I
now,
get what you're saying, but I'm saying this. It's like
right?
I'm Michael. For example, I'm me. I know how I am and my accomplishment.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm Michael Jordan. Give a damn what anyone says about me right now. I'd be like, yo, when I got my 3 rings, look at what I've done. You can talk about whatever you want. Look what I've done. For him to bring it up, I'm thinking he feels something, or he feels for. I don't
There's
know what
nothing
he
wrong
feels.
with that. If
But
you,
I think it's something.
that's like
wrong
working
with
at
that,
that's like
because
working.
I'm great. I walk outside and I'm LL fucking Cool J. Everyone
But-
fucking knows that. I don't care if you're 8 years old. Once I walk by you, your mom's gonna look at me and want me, and then your
Yes.
mom's gonna tell you who I am.
But let me
Yes.
say
You
something.
understand? I don't even
But
talk.
Let me say something.
That's what it should
And
be.
Hold on. What exactly does he want though?
This is what I'm
I'm
wondering.
not saying that you guys are taking it like the man is like begging and crying for.
No, we're not saying that. We're
He was just
saying
saying, he's talking, and he said, you know what?
He must be feeling.
Maybe they asked him, what do you hope at the end of your career, or before you die, or when you die, whatever it is, what is it you hope something? Maybe be like, you know what? I hope people will look at me as most important. Because he's not saying I'm GOAT, but he's just saying, like, listen, this is what people aren't maybe acknowledging it because they don't do research. This generation now, and you can go a little bit. They only go to a certain point. They don't know who's this. So it doesn't mean he's talking to us. He could be talking to our kids, people in high school now, college, saying, hey, when you hear LL Cool J, I'm not just the man that just an actor, whatever. This is what I did. If they talk about rappers, I'm an important person. This is why I feel I'm important. Sometimes you have to state things and then let people go on. And then if people want to come on and say, you know what? No, you're not important. You're not important. We don't talk about important rappers. If you work at a company, you work in a company.
Yeah.
You did so. You brought them up, bring them up. Okay?
Right.
All these people are getting recognized. No one's recognized them. It's not you being like, oh, whatever. But it's like, you know what? I'm gonna let you know this is what I did. Now, after this, if you don't want to praise me, that's cool.
Well,
but you need to know that this rapper that you
should have did.
Hold on, this rapper that you think
Yeah.
Drake, Ja Rule, these guys singing.
I know what you're getting at.
Singing that stuff, it didn't start there. It started here. This is where it started. We can sit here and we say that because we didn't start anything. But I guarantee if you started something and you're not getting any recognition for, or
That happens to
you're,
me all
you're
the
not,
time.
but then that's on you, brother. But that's on you now if you don't get it. If you're cool with that, that's fine. But not everyone's like that.
You know what's funny?
You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's like that. That's how we have to look at things.
Me and them are different.
Now, if you
Budget is different for me to do what I want to do, but for him, if he really felt that way, you have the budget to make a damn documentary like that Diddy just did about his bullshit or whoever did. Make a documentary, show your flipping past about your story. He's gonna make money off of it. It's gonna show everything that you're talking about. Instead of him having to be on
maybe he
TV
could.
and make a
Maybe he could.
5-minute statement to be like,
and you could, but
who
again,
cares?
but
Are you looking for
like,
are you looking for the attention or not?
But
Or
like
are
I
you
said-
trying to teach the people about what you went through to do what you had to do?
but you know what?
Do you understand what
Maybe
I'm
that's
saying?
the lead up to it. Maybe he does have a
To
documentary.
me, I think
And now that he said that,
he feels a way, so he said it. Because if it was me, if I'm trying to educate the people, I have enough money to make a documentary about me coming out with Kango, about me doing this, about me, and make the people watch it, and the new age kids would learn about who LL Cool J really
Well, you
is.
see, I think it's all relative to the current generation, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think because LL Cool J hasn't been relative right now, people don't know his resume.
Right.
People don't know what he's done.
You build the doc.
It's, for example, if Jake was supposed to fall off today, right? 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from
They're
now,
not gonna know.
Drake might be in the same position. He's like, yo, I
I did
don't
Toronto
think
music
people are
or
gonna give me the flowers that I deserve. No, you were hot back then, just like you're not relative
right
now.
but
And
what's wrong with
I think that's what he's missing because LL Cool J isn't
You
making
can't be relevant forever.
but he's
That's
not
what he doesn't understand.
But he's
No,
not
that's
That's-
saying
that's-
that's
that.
what LL doesn't understand. He's
But-
saying he hopes that they
Why do you
feel
think that's
that
not
way.
what he understands?
No, he's saying that he hopes they feel that way. But I'm telling you, any man who
It's
says
impossible.
that is a part of you.
He's not telling
A
you
part
to
of
feel
you
that
is
way.
feeling that they don't feel that way.
But
For you to say that.
But he doesn't understand
it's the
that's
same
how,
thing.
that's how generations work, though.
They do.
Like, I'm pretty
You're
sure.
gonna forget
He
about
does. That's
that.
why you have to say something. You can't just expect. I did something in this
Nah,
time.
G, Jordan don't say nothing. You
That's
understand why
different.
Jordan's
Because you're
why
talking
does, see
about
me say we?
goals.
No, you already explained what I mean.
Yes.
Fam, Jordan will live on.
Do we
forever
talk about
through what
important
he
ball
did,
players?
and he doesn't talk. No, this is about.
But that's what it is.
Jordan doesn't have to come online and say nothing. You know why? It is so proven that you're gonna wear the man's gear to the next 100 centuries, and they will know his story without him having to
Say
say
it.
blah 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 blah. That's what a real story is, man. Do you understand? People who've been wronged that don't make it, meaning like they stole millions of dollars from other people, they don't make it. They call these guys trash bum, whatever. That's different because you're stealing from it. LL, you made it. You were the man. You just said Def Jam pushed you first. So you don't need to tell people that if they pushed you, that means they saw you first. They pushed them first. You got Kango. You got the clothing line. You got your TV shows. You got all these accolades, blah, blah, blah. I'm 50 now. Okay? Just like him and Jordan, whatever. I have all my accolades on the wall. He has all his awards. He has everybody he works with that's an A-lister. He has the young people. He has everything he needs. I don't have to sit up here and say, I hope nothing.
Do you think?
Think about my daily life. His daily life is with all the stars that are A-listed or coming up all the time. Why would you have to feel that way?
I think you're looking at it as like I'm looking at his life and he should
No,
be
not him.
appreciative
I'm
of
saying
it.
for himself. Why would he have to feel that way? I'm saying
But
him
what-
saying that
but this-
he does feel missed out.
No, but you're
A part of
taking.
him
But see,
feels-
that's how you're taking. That's the problem. That's the issue.
Then why
If
would
you
you
take it as
acknowledge
a-
it? Acknowledge
Again,
it.
if we don't know what led up to that talk, that's what we're saying. It's like watching a clip and then everyone rates on the clip. But now you hear before what happened, now the clip is gonna sound different to you. So if someone asks, hey, do you feel important to the rap game or something? And then he goes, well, you know what? I hope people, see me as an important figure because I did it. Now if he goes on a tour and is just going in every interview and is saying, yeah, I'm the most important rapper, starts off with that, then I can hear you saying he's crying. But at one time someone asks you something, or it comes up somehow, for some reason, and you say that, all he did was state what it was. He didn't say, everyone needs to see me as the most important rapper. He says, I hope. Just like if someone asks me, what do you want, or what do you hope when, or what do you, whatever it is in the next 5 years or whatever, or what do you want people to look at you as when you're said and done?
Right.
Well, I hope so. I hope people look. It's the same thing. I hope people will look at me that way. If they don't, they don't. But I just feel I don't think he's begging. I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying, right? You shouldn't have to. But what I'm saying is, we don't talk about important people. I'm saying title-wise, we talk about GOATs, and we don't mention LL as a GOAT. So, okay.
He also came up with
That's not Jordan. We talk about GOAT. But if you were to go like, okay, who is the most important NBA player, and you dig in, and then you find out in 1960 something, this person did this and said no, but I'm just saying, they did this and did that. That no one talks about him. If this person were to come out and say, yeah, you know, in 1960 the league was gonna fold, and if I didn't do this, they weren't gonna think. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's who Dr. J is.
Okay,
So when they had the actual NBA, there was the ABA.
but no one talks about important.
We had all mostly colored audience. This is back in the day, guys. If we're getting into sports, but we had mostly colored audience. We had no TV rights. We had nothing. The NBA had mostly all white. That's where Bob Cousy and them were killing.
Yeah, I get that.
And they were losing their TV stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I get that. Yeah.
And they used to come over to the ABA and watch these guys do their dunking and all that because they weren't dunking over here. That's who Dr. J is. They implemented Dr. J, and he took so much flack about the racism, all that stuff, to even go play in the white league. And he got the flack from the white people. So he got flack from us to go play there, flack from white people to play there, just to go and show them how we play. And that's how things integrate. So now, when they say importance, it's not about like, so what I'm getting at, not about saying it's not important. That is very important. But timeline and history is important period of so many things. That's up to the people in general to do their due diligence. But what I'm saying just about LL is you could, like, I'm not saying LL can't go or have those aspirations. What I'm saying is LL already met that meter. He doesn't have to say it because he is that. Because people don't know, but for people not to know, it shouldn't bother him.
So
you understand what I'm saying?
But maybe we don't know what he hears and what people know about him. If people only know him as an actor, he's like, hey, hold on.
But
I'm not only an actor. But there's nothing wrong with him saying. So basically, you want to depend on other people to basically tell your life and make sure it gets around that everyone knows stuff about you.
But he's not a doctor
but
that
the same way
saves lives every day.
Neither of these guys are.
No, catch what I'm saying. He's not a doctor that saves lives every day and nobody sees it. Do you understand? Where he can say, I hope someone thinks we're important. This nigga is all over the world. He was all over the world.
Okay.
Billboard everywhere with J-Lo, all like, who does not? You could go to say LL Cool J, they know you for your entertainment.
Do you think?
And then he's not cool with that. What's wrong with that?
Hold on.
But he's not. No,
I'm saying if he wasn't cool,
wants them to know. He
and
says that they're not knowing enough.
What's wrong with that? But what I was saying was, what I'm saying was,
he wants to know now. He's saying now, like
the part about important. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dr. J is important because of what you said.
Right.
Who talks about that? Who knows that? But that is a big thing. But no one talks about it. But it should be spoken about. No one else. Now, if Dr. J came on, they go to Dr. J. Dr. J, do you feel you're the GOAT, Dr. J? And he says no, but I feel I'm an important player in the league.
He is.
You're gonna leave it. Okay, but you're not gonna leave it at that.
I would.
Why?
Because he is.
But nowadays, no one
say something else.
But you do. No one researches. You gotta give them something to research. Okay, you said you're most important.
Okay.
Some people will.
I know.
Let me know.
Okay, so let's say I didn't know. If I didn't know, I could be like, okay, so
that's who you gotta talk to. You can't talk to us.
I'm naive to it.
He's not talking to us.
So I'm like, first thing I would have to say is who's Dr. J. I don't want to just say the wrong shit.
And now they say,
oh, that guy sucks, blah, blah, blah. And then a man pulls out some clips, and I look dumb. At the end of the day,
and then they go, he's the most important player in the league.
Right.
You're gonna go, why?
No, but it goes back to what we're saying from the jump. It's not Dr. J saying it. You're pulling the clip up, and you're showing me how important he is. Meaning, whatever he did, stand the test of time.
But maybe
because you're educating me about it.
But Dr. J doesn't know it. You don't. So that's what I'm saying. There's people. Hold on. There's people saying that, right? There's people, but you don't know that. So to you, you're thinking, okay, people don't know my importance because no one is saying that. Just like how we talk about who the GOAT is,
Maybe he
and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
I'm saying if he
there's
goes
nothing
around and is like,
There's nothing
that's
wrong
his
with
main,
feeling
if that becomes his main selling and he's going on tour selling that,
Yeah.
then I get what you're saying. I can go with what you're saying.
There's nothing wrong with that. You're right.
Mhm.
I think what me and Warren's saying is he shouldn't. Like I don't know. I wouldn't.
And this is why I'm saying,
I wouldn't feel that way.
why should, because you think, because you're saying,
Because
it
he
should
is
be
a very accomplished person. Like
to-
he's more
to
accomplished
us.
than no,
But
not even just to us.
just
to-
people who do.
If you
just
look
people
at
who
if you
don't
look
know.
at all the people that have made, let's say, successful percentage out of the
Mhm.
9 billion in the world, he's in the top 20% that are very very successful lives. Like you know what I mean?
You may know that in some people, but people now who watch whatever he's on and see him,
Mhm.
all they know is this is who he is.
He's from,
They're not really
CI,
gonna go and
CI.
search anything. Me as a person, if someone's come and sees me and I'm really known as this person, but I've done a lot in my past, I'm gonna want you to know. You may not. I'm not just gonna sit here and be like, well, go look it up about me. What? No, I'm not looking up nothing about. But if you plant a seed and say, hey, I did this. Oh yeah. Let me go see if he actually did. If he was the first person to do this, do that. Now you'll look it up. But like you said, if you just say he's important, and you're gonna leave it at that, okay?
Do you
You're
think
not important. And now it makes it even worse because
You
now
wanna
people
tell
are
us-
gonna
do you
people are
wanna
gonna start
tell
talking
us
bad
the
and you
story?
are. I'm not saying you have to go into depth. He didn't go into depth. He just said your favorite rappers now. Yeah, you're enjoying them because the label they're on, or Def Jam, whatever. Off of that, this is what I did. Hey, all that, this and that, I was a part of that. I'm just letting you know that, so you don't think that. Oh, or if he starts coming out with certain songs now, people will be like, oh, why is he copying Drake? Why is he trying to be a Drake? Why? Nah, B, I did that.
If
shit
they said
before.
that, they would be no. Okay, now when you're saying that,
You don't have to let it
they're
go to-
highly mistaken though. They're wrong.
But they wouldn't know that, right? So he's probably just letting me there. I'm just gonna let you know what I did, and I'm
If he
leaving it
came
at
out
that.
with
If he
a
leaves
song
it at
with
this,
Drake- if he came out with a song with Drake, let's say with Drake
Mhm.
right now, whether they know him or not, they're gonna know. They're gonna know.
No,
they're gonna think, oh, who's this guy trying to live off of Drake?
Yeah.
Who's this guy trying to live off of Drake? They're just gonna go to the blog and start batting him up. No one does research now, dog. Who researches? Someone sends you a link, you're not clicking that link.
But I think at that point you would leave it up to Drake to introduce, like, not even introduce, but tell the people of just generation.
And again,
They should.
He should.
You should always have to leave it up to someone. I'm hoping they would have a conversation before Drake will probably be like, listen, I'm gonna go in there first, I'm gonna introduce you, I'm gonna let them know what
I
he
think
did,
they
how he
know.
did it. That's cool.
A part of me feels like they know because he has done so much. Like he's still on TV.
But
You
you,
know what I'm
but
saying?
you gotta remember, you
CSI,
can't look from our eyes.
From when we
You can't look from our eyes.
No, right, okay. This
You
is
gotta
this
look-
is our show. This is what we're talking about.
Mhm.
So I can leave it to the people. What do you guys think? You guys know LL? Chime in if you don't know LL. What do you guys really think about what we're talking about? If he should feel away, even if he's saying the statement, I don't think it's an emotional thing like he felt away. Maybe he's answering the question, but I think he's done enough in his life where he doesn't have to say, "Oh, I hope that they think I'm important." He could say,
I
like
know
to
what
me,
you're
he could be so cocky and say they should know I'm important,
He
and
could.
that's it. He can say that.
He could.
He
I
can
could.
say they should know, and it's not cocky. They should really know I'm important. Do your research.
But that's when I think that's when it will come across as him
Being ignorant.
You think
begging
so?
for begging
Sorry.
because
Oh,
he,
yeah,
trying
you're
to beg
saying-
for if he
right,
came
right,
with that. That's why I
right.
think he brought it this way.
Right.
And it says, I hope
I
people
hope.
would because I did this. That's where I get that from.
He said it the right way.
But I get where you guys.
I
are
just
coming
think he
from.
didn't
I get
have to. He could be on TMZ and make a joke like they don't know me. Well, hey, you know what I mean? Like
To be honest with you,
because he's
I-
on CSI, bro.
but to be honest with you, I think he's looking at people of his age demographic. Like if you're looking at Eminem, if you're looking at somebody like 50, if you're looking at someone like
They know him.
no,
But
hold on,
they didn't make as much money. That's the
wait,
thing. The money changed,
No, wait,
right?
wait.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking from his eyes, right?
Mm.
He's looking at people of his age that are still successful and still relevant.
50's writing the books.
That's right. And he's looking, well, wait a minute, I'm in the same age range. How come people aren't getting the same love that these older rappers, like Dre and all these people are getting?
He hasn't done anything for a while.
I don't.
That's
Like
what I'm
he
saying.
stopped at
He
acting.
has.
Remember, LL was always acting. He didn't try to write a show
That's
or a
okay.
documentary. He's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
writing. Well, maybe he could be writing new music, but these are a lot of things that you're gonna do behind the scenes.
So does it?
Again, I'll go back to you. Like, or what we think. Do you think he's trying to? He wants them to say important, but do you feel like he's like, oh, maybe I need to get like you want? He's looking for
Do you think
some
because he tried?
exposure.
Do you think because he tried to diversify himself so early, that's now playing a negative effect on how people see him.
No, this is what he's trying. This is what he's trying to show you.
Yeah.
I
I
just
think
all
that-
of these.
I think
things.
the time changes.
That's what he's just
and
saying.
the money
Like, I
changes.
did these
So
things.
say he was the first back then,
Yeah.
just like Snoop. Everyone knows Snoop. Snoop is undeniable. But
Mhm.
Snoop changed the game when he got his Cheerios. Snoop has so many products.
Mm.
LL, I don't know how many products he had other than the fashion, right? But it's like LL had products too.
Mm.
But it's like he's. It's not like he got forgotten in the wind or nothing.
I don't
He's
think
not
he's
forgotten
forgotten.
at
He's not
all.
saying he's forgotten.
He's done so much
Keep looking
acting
at it.
after.
Mm.
Acting. He's done so much movies and acting after that the music is great that now that's what he really does. The music is there if he wants to drop it, he can. He did some new freestyles. He did a
That
music
song with
album.
Eminem?
He did some Eminem.
That track is fun.
Yeah, it's fire. And he did an album and he still has the shows. So to me, I'm like, you're still doing stuff.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks he's. See, we're
think it's
putting
irrelevancy?
we're putting words and assuming he thinks
Well,
he's
that's what
irrelevant.
we do out here.
No, I get that. I get that. But you also assume listening to Ellen talk about the years, I don't think
He's very humble.
he's trying to say he's irrelevant or anything like that. I think he's just
I think he's missing some of the headlines.
he's just saying.
Shine or something.
I don't think so. Nowadays,
Listen, LL, if you're listening, we 80s and 90s babies, we got you, man.
you're important.
You're important. You're
Don't
irrelevant.
100%.
Don't worry
We
about
know,
get
we
what
know
you're
what
saying.
you did for.
I get what you're saying. So you know, you ever
The
need
song-
some,
the
ever
song-
need some extras in a row, you know, I'm right here, baby. These guys, they said they weren't trying to put you.
Listen, this guy knows me. I was rocking the FUBU, the Kango hats.
Yeah, but he wasn't saying it was LL. He was saying he did it. So
Papa wasn't into the whole chapstick stuff, you know what I mean? But outside of that, the girl was
What you mean, baby? What you mean, baby? Got this. You know what I'm saying?
What you got to
Alright, so
He didn't buy the
Hold
LL
on.
lip gloss. He didn't buy the LL lip gloss.
we got
What we
our
got
special guest who's come to bring us a couple topics.
And
got
pizza!
us.
And
We got
pizza!
us, yeah.
Pizza!
What's the question you got specifically for certain people on this panel?
First of all, she pulled in with the stout. I have to applaud the stout. My dear lady. Hot and ready, Caesar.
With bacon? Hold on, with bacon? With bacon?
No. I know
With
it is.
bacon?
Stuffed crust. Stuffed crust.
That's a win.
You don't have to eat any of it. You don't gotta get any of it. Okay?
Nah.
You stay
Hold on, you
there.
got sauce?
You don't want
Garlic sauce?
Jen.
No
you don't
sauce.
You
want
got garlic
Jen.
sauce?
No sauce.
You got garlic sauce?
No sauce.
Yes, you do.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Anyway,
Now, you don't want
What-
Jen opening her mouth. She's
what-
very,
what-
very articulate, and boy, it's gonna be hard to
hold on.
break this shell.
The nickname is Off-Screen Jen.
So.
That's what we call it. Off-Screen
I
Jen.
like that. Right
So-
off the rip.
We were talking. You brought me a question yesterday. You were talking.
OSJ.
You wanted to hear an answer from certain people.
OSJ.
I'm not going to point out and say who it is. But anyways,
OSJ.
what was it again? Please.
You can come up here, my dear.
You don't have to come on because you're off screen.
If
Here we go.
your spouse
Yeah.
came to you one day and was like, okay, if your spouse came up to you one day and was like, hey,
Hey.
I'm down to be in a poly,
Let me finish.
would you be down?
Now wait. Which spouse is saying this? Is the male
Your
spouse?
spouse. Your spouse.
The female spouse?
Your
The
spouse.
female spouse?
Your wife came to you and said, "Hey."
Let's start.
Was that with me?
Let's
Bring
start.
it-
Let's
bring it up.
start.
You're not starting with me. That's you two.
If
My answer's right in the back here. I'm good. I need to hear y'all. I need to hear both of y'all.
If my spouse, for those who
From the
didn't hear-
married and the single, we getting both sides here.
Oh, come on. For those who didn't hear the question or
Yeah,
the topic,
we need you.
if the spouse
Let's
came
go
up,
back there.
if one spouse came up to the other spouse and said, "Yo, are you interested in a neo type relationship where there's a third party
Going forward.
going forward? Would you be okay with it?"
Are they living with you?
Think about this.
all right, think about it. All right, so I wouldn't be okay in a long term. You understand? Because I know that probably somewhere down the line, my bank account is gonna go down. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. I got mouths to feed. got important mouths to feed.
Yeah.
In the economy that we live in, yo, every dollar counts. So unless that person is like a millionaire or a billionaire, yo, you're on a tight schedule still.
So wait.
You're on a tight schedule.
So when
That's
they
one
come
part.
in-
That's one part.
When they come in,
The economy is
Yeah. They're gonna come. You guys are living in the same house.
So if they live in the same
Y'all
house,
live in the same
y'all live in
house.
the same house,
Mm-hmm.
and she brought it to moi.
Yeah, your wife said, hey, listen, I want you to have a second wife. Or I want you to have a girlfriend. Whatever. We're gonna have
What
a
if she said her
girlfriend.
second husband?
See, that's the thing.
has to be-
You're jumping. You're jumping.
Hold on a second. Everybody, hold on a second. What everybody's not seeing is the proverbial devious smile on the female's face right now to see if we're gonna take the bait. You understand? So,
She's not here.
which camera is it?
We can see.
Anyone.
Which camera?
You're gonna
This
end it.
camera?
That's straight on your face.
Can we flip the screen?
No.
This one? No. This camera? This one right here?
No.
Can we flip the
Man,
screen?
listen. If your wife or your girlfriend comes to you and says, would you be interested in a third party? Your immediate answer should be, hell no! What? Me? How dare you bring those topics to a person like moi?
That's a pro tip if you want to stay happily married. Pro tip.
That's your answer. That should be number one. Now, let me break it down.
I love it.
After you guys have that initial discussion,
Yeah.
and the temperature has cooled down,
Question.
you might want to throw some side questions like,
Can I ask OSJ a question?
go ahead.
Are you asking for a male or female first?
What do you mean?
Whoa.
Whoa.
No.
You're proposing a
Whoa.
No.
Hold on.
Whoa!
Obviously, we know what you're gonna say. If she said she wants to bring another man
You're
in a
proposing the
relationship.
question.
No. She came to you and said you're allowed to have another girlfriend or like another woman, I guess.
Oh, okay. You were being gender specific. That's why. So now that's clear.
Okay.
No,
So-
because
so
obviously, if you're bringing the question to the general public, you're gonna say your spouse, your significant other. Because if it's a female you're asking, you're not asking her about another woman coming into. Like, yeah, you are, but obviously for her, she wanted a male. You're asking the woman if your husband said you can bring another male. I'm not saying that's you, but you.
No.
If your wife said, hey,
You can't
she
bring
said
another man?
you can have another wife or girlfriend, another female into the mix here. She's giving you permission. She's saying yes. She can't fight you about
He
it.
said short term.
She's gonna be cool. You
How
said
long
short
is
term?
short term?
What's short term?
You catch me stuttering here. Let me be very clear.
Because it's a yes.
No, because I'm nervous in answering the question.
Because it's a yes.
Just give me a second. Let me explain myself. With these type of topics, you have to be very clear. You have to be very transparent. You can't be opaque. You have to be very clear what you're talking about.
It's very true.
What I'm saying is, it has to be on is this a scheduled long-term thing? Or is this going to be a short-term thing just to satisfy me?
You could get
Well, when
that.
you
Come
say
on,
when you
Hold on a
say
second,
short
hold on a
term,
second.
what's
So
short
my
term?
initial answer, like I said, is going to be how figured out.
But
Why are
obviously,
you laughing? That's my honest answer, bro.
obviously you're gonna discuss all
It's
that.
as if I'm lying.
No.
Then why are you laughing?
I'm just entertained.
Then, as the topic progresses, right, as the day progresses,
Yeah.
you might want to throw some bait questions in there. You know what I mean?
Like,
And by bait questions, I mean by saying, so, when you say bringing in a third party, like, is this primarily for me? Is it primarily for you? What exactly is the end game here? What's the goal here? You know what I mean? That's something that you just want to throw in there, right?
what is it going to consist of?
What is it going to consist of? You want to be specific. You know what I mean? Like, what does this entail? Like, when you say bringing in a third person, it's just to relieve you from, cooking duties?
Sister wife.
Sister wife?
So all duties.
So like
All
I
wives
guess
and duties.
everybody shares responsibilities and everybody shares
Everything.
yeah.
Yeah, share
Does your
everything.
part.
Well, again,
So one night you might sleep in the bed with Jen, and there's the other room you're gonna go sleep with your other wife. You're gonna spend time.
okay, so and all jokes aside in all seriousness,
Maybe you get one big bed.
all jokes aside in all seriousness,
Yeah.
some of us have kids. right?
Yes.
And you have to play that into factor. Like you don't want your kids seeing something where they're gonna question, no, this doesn't make any sense, or this really falls out of the realm of what life should be. We're putting jokes aside. We're talking about something.
I'm not gonna have two moms. No, that's separate. Those are two separate lives. You're just living together. Like that's not their stepmom or anything.
Now I listen to a lot of daytime mystery shows, and listen, fan base, this never works out. There's a 0% that this works out. You can all talk about it, you can all joke about it, or you can be serious about it.
Unless you're in the Muslim community, I don't believe it happens.
Yeah. Now I don't know about the African community. African people might have to talk about. We'll let you guys into like 20 odd wives and all that stuff. But you know what I mean?
TG, can we get any insight?
What?
Me?
Yeah.
It's hard financially, I'll say that much.
Okay.
There has to be boundaries. There has to be rules set.
Real set.
If not, it's gonna be a lot of fighting.
Okay, but all three of you are working, all three of you are contributing to the household bills, like, you know, like, it's not like the man is the only one working and the women are just chilling at home.
Right.
You know, so.
Is it scheduled, let's say, let's call it pleasure dates?
Well, obviously you would have to figure something out. There's be situation because
No, seriously.
you know what I'm saying.
See, this is, you know what I find, hold on, off-screen Jen.
Bro, you're open.
You know what I find funny about this? Hold on a second.
It's like this is gonna happen.
Hold on.
That's what we're gonna
So-
try to do.
Hold on.
That's what we're gonna try to do.
I can't. It's
Hold
because
on.
I know these guys so long.
Hold on a second.
Insight. That's why I'm laughing.
Hold on a second. You know what's funny about this topic? You know what's funny about this topic, off-screen Jen? A month ago, I brought up something called an AI robot. You know what I mean? Do you remember that?
Mad China computer.
I brought up something called an AI robot. A cameraman! Do you remember when I brought that topic up?
I'm not doing it.
Do you remember when I brought that topic
You
up?
want a robot wife?
And I was made a joke of talking about bringing up, an AI wife?
Come on, man.
So then what's the difference?
You know,
A real wife?
Hold on.
What's the difference?
You know how
Hold on a
they say
second, hold on
let
a
him
second,
cook?
hold on a second.
You know how they say let him cook? Let him burn. Go.
No, let me cook. Let me start the pot. Let me start the pot.
Overcooking this.
Let me start the pot.
My man, hold on.
Let me start the pot.
Hold on. Let me.
I was made.
Hold on.
You remember when you were Japanese?
Hold on.
You remember when you were
Listen to what you're trying to compare.
Go ahead.
You really want the AI?
I get what you're trying to say.
I do so.
I get what you're trying to say, right?
Because you can tell
Right.
it to
It'd be
more
better.
than-
Facts.
It would be. The AI
Are you not hurting
would be better.
anybody's? You're
It has some advantages other than
not hurting anybody's feelings.
There's advantages.
other than
Okay.
sex.
The stuff you were trying to go with. That's where it was like,
This nigga wants a baby.
Like, if you have the robot doing stuff for you and acting as a but you were trying to
And then if you,
make little robots, how are you doing that?
first of all,
How are you gonna have sex?
That's-
hold on.
that's-
That thing, hold on a
What if
second.
it electrocutes
Hold on a second.
you?
Hold on a
That's
second.
what
Hold on a
we're
second.
laughing about.
Hold on a second. What's the first thing that I mentioned that would
What
be
if it clamps down?
as the feeding another mouth, right? Yo, I don't feed no baby robots. Just give them oil.
How are you? This is what we're
Just give them
saying.
oil, bro.
How are you having baby robots?
Yo, it's Elon Musk. These things can happen. These things can
Are you
happen.
having sex with Elon for it to happen?
These things can happen.
What's going on?
Listen.
So how's it?
I'll screen Jen. Hold on.
How long does it
Hold on.
take?
I'll screen.
AI
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'll screen.
How long does it take
Hold on a
for
second.
AI?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. 2 minutes? We don't have to wait 9 months. Come on, all that stress condensed into like a day? Come on, bro. Off screen, Jeff. Let me ask you something. Quick question.
I said I'm going to impregnate the robot.
How?
Listen.
That's what
Well,
we're
listen.
talking about.
If you're
Not the
Hold on a
feeling.
second, but let me ask you a question.
I don't care if it's AI.
Quiet for a second.
Get a
Listen.
box. How you?
Listen.
If
Just
that
listen for a
clamps
second.
on you?
Go ahead.
Listen for a
Go ahead.
second. Listen for a
You
second.
ain't getting nowadays.
Hold on, let him
That
go.
clamp.
We as humans, we have feelings, right?
What?
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
We are.
You said-
Hold on. Let him go.
Listen, man.
Let him finish it.
We as humans, we have feelings. Right? Feelings will somewhere down the line get in the way. There's gonna be fights. There's gonna be arguments. Someone might end up possibly dead, right? Over jealousy. You bring in an AI robot that has no feelings. If you tell your husband or your boyfriend, yo, this is making me uncomfortable, I want them out the house. Is an AI robot gonna fight you? No, you own that. So in my opinion, I would rather an AI robot in a polygamous relationship
Hold on.
than a human.
But there's that new movie, you seen it?
What?
Or is it a show?
The one with Megan Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Where,
it's
like,
not.
I don't know, I didn't watch it, but
I've seen it.
She started catching
Yeah,
feelings
I've
for
seen
it. Supposedly that's the premise. She started
Catching
catching
feelings
feelings for the human. No, for the
Because what if
husband.
eventually
Who wants to
AI
get rid
takes
of
over,
the
and
thing.
eventually they start realizing.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Go ahead, tell him.
Yeah.
What?
and
They start having feelings?
But
No,
again,
it's synthetic. So it's not feeling. They start to realizing patterns.
they're patterns, so they
see
know what
things. They
when a
understand
certain
how you're gonna
situation happens,
Yep.
how to respond.
Yes. How to respond
Then,
to you.
They will know. Oh, if you're crying,
then-
I think they can read you and they'll be like, oh, are you okay?
Okay. Yes. They don't really care, but they'll say, "Are you okay?"
Well,
What's
listen,
wrong?
And then
Well,
you might say, "Give me a
Listen.
handy," and she'll give you
Well,
the handy,
listen.
whatever. But
Strictly for entertainment purposes, this is my next statement.
But hold on.
The three of us, as consenting adults,
Whoa.
me, the AI robot, and my wife have to gonna say, how's this gonna go going forward? Because I don't want to be death on the table here. You know what I mean? If there's a robot that we can convince that they listen, you're probably not gonna be here long term. We're just gonna use your services for as long as we want, and we're gonna kick you out eventually. I don't see a problem with it.
I don't see a problem with it. Again,
probably
you
could.
keep thinking we were laughing at you about having an AI robot.
No.
Bro, feelings and all that, that's fine. How are you pregnant? You were talking about impregnating this robot. How is that happening?
How are you having sex with
Where's your sperm gonna do? Mash up her wires inside and all that? Is that what's happening? How are you? This is what we were laughing about. How are we having a kid?
Listen,
I don't
What if they
care.
override what if they override your demands?
That's what I said. What if you're
And
in
now
there
this
and
robot
it goes
is like 10 times stronger than you.
and just clamps onto your penis? What are you doing?
well, listen, Karen.
I said that many
You
times.
need to work on your gun work or your knife work and help me out here because,
Gun work, knife work.
yeah, man, I'm not gonna let no AI clamp on my stuff. And
How would you know that?
How
though?
would you know?
You
already
just said I'm
crushing
gonna
it.
pregnant.
You love
But
crushing
it's a
it.
robot. That shit can happen.
Okay, let's take a break and pause. It doesn't have to be the conventional way, all right?
Now,
Maybe it could be like,
What does this mean?
hold on,
It's not conventional. So
maybe,
what are you
listen,
doing?
it doesn't have to be conventional.
What are you doing?
Maybe we can give her
You think it's
some stuff,
insemination?
stick it in there, you know what I mean? And like I said, you don't have to wait 9 months. It can be done in a day.
Alright.
Open up a hatch,
Anyways,
and a little baby robot comes out.
Okay, so he's watching movies, so he's thinking he's gonna go into one of these corporate buildings,
Facts.
and they're gonna scan him and take
100%.
DNA sample,
100%.
and then also scan his brain and know all of his neurons and all of that.
Listen,
and then make
And then
a-
make an artificial.
listen,
Come, baby.
hey. The world would be a much better place with
what?
the half AI, half one brown robot running around.
I was gonna ask, is this baby
Facts!
half human? Is this baby
Okay,
half
so
human?
with that,
Is this baby half human?
Yeah.
So then this baby can have feelings.
That means it
it
will.
will have some type
Yeah.
of feelings.
90-10.
All right. Okay, so conclusion to this is the conclusion
Yeah.
of this is
We're writing
Look,
this
if-
movie.
if you got if
Hold
anyone
up.
out there is creating a robot,
Are you trying to make it
Warren,
babies?
Mr. Crispy here will take them on
We need a poll.
as a second spouse.
No, we can
Mr.
we
Crispy
can
will
combine
be
these.
your test
We can
subject
combine these two.
if you need to have babies with the AI.
We can combine these two topics and
How about
pull,
that?
pull it out there.
How about that?
We can pull it out there. In a polygamous relationship,
Mhm.
would you rather an AI robot with zero feelings
Okay, well, that's
that would fulfill all your
so
needs?
obvious.
No, give the people a chance to vote.
They want a human.
Give the people a chance to vote.
Dudes are saying robot.
Give the people. You never know that. Did you guys say robot?
Hold on.
Did
Hold
you
on.
guys say robot? No, you didn't. You said you wouldn't want an AI robot.
Because we didn't bring it up as an option. We were talking about humans. We weren't
Paul,
talking about robots.
If I have
All right,
a
Jim.
chance,
Let me.
I'm single.
Oh,
I
it's
have a
Jim.
chance to
Ask
have
me,
two
Jim. Ask me,
girlfriends.
Jim.
Because you know what?
No,
Wait,
but
I have a chance to have
no,
two
no
girlfriends.
offense to your boy.
I'm single.
Ask me, Jim.
I don't want no
No
robot
offense to your boy.
girlfriend.
No offense to your boy. All right.
Jen, you
Would
would
you
want a robot
be?
husband
Would you be okay
with a robot?
with the robot version of the relationship?
No.
Why?
If you had two Akils, but
If you had
one
two
was
Akils,
robot,
one was AI.
would you want the robot?
So you want another human?
I don't want anything. I don't want to be in a poly.
There you go.
And
That's
that
good.
is why, guys.
But if you really think about it,
Yo, listen,
hold
guys,
on, hold on.
That's good.
Hold on.
That is why you always answer no.
That's the if the other person or the other object in the relationship is a robot, it's all right. If it was a robot me, I mean, you're not. The robot me can do all the heavy stuff. You know?
No, genocide is still a hard no.
I'm just saying.
Just saying. No.
It's a robot. Ain't nothing sexual going on there. That robot's there to do all the dirty work for us.
Okay,
You can speak about it all day.
Yeah.
But if you really mean it, you ain't having a baby with no AI.
You can't. Anyways, no. At the end of the day,
You guys absent, there's no future. How do you know that can't happen, bro?
I'm not saying they won't make baby robots.
But the way you
She
said
makes
it,
small robots.
it's not happening.
She's not conceiving.
The way you originally said it, it's not happening. You're not inserting your junk into a machine and busting sperm in a machine and creating a child or a baby robot or whatever it is. If you do the whole scan and then they do this and then they make a robot child or whatever, that's different.
Listen, never say never, bro.
Okay.
All right,
anyways.
You're getting closest to your pussy pocket synthetic dog, and that's all it is.
What was the other one?
No babies.
With the what was it? I'm blanking. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, how did it go again?
Say one thing about
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
No, it was a story that
Yeah.
I read.
Oh, yes.
I have no relationships.
What was it about again?
There's no other second topic.
And
There's no other second topic. That was the one.
the guy thought the woman cheated.
talking about every hour.
Y'all are talking non-facts here. There is another one. She just said, hush up your mouth.
There's no
What was it? The story?
If this was me and Garrett, give it no.
Well, we ain't. So,
There ain't no other topic.
I can't hear what you're saying. Jesus, Lord.
You and Karen are good. No, I can't. That's jokes.
No, the guy thought his wife
Karen will
cheated.
walk out right now.
Oh, yes. Okay, this is what it was.
Jen's got
Hold on. We have it. Let's go.
Karen will be like, AI topic, eh?
See how home you
See how the AI can cook for you. Okay, go ahead.
This is my situation.
all day.
Are you scared of me, Doc?
No.
There's too much darkness for you over here?
Oh no.
Anyways.
Darkness.
What was the story? Again?
I guess he thought his wife cheated
Yeah.
because they did a DNA test and the daughter wasn't his, and then she kept insisting like, no, I didn't cheat. So they took like several paternity DNA tests and they kept saying that he wasn't the father. And then eventually I guess he divorced her because like to him she was lying. But then it comes out years later that like he's like a chimera twin or something. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But basically he absorbed his twin in the womb and they didn't know that. So his twin's DNA is in him.
Oh snap.
And so technically that baby is his twins, but his, you know? Because
Wait,
his
hold
wife
on,
never cheated.
So wait, so
Okay.
the wife never had sex.
He's holding a baby
with the
inside.
twin.
No, hold on. Wait.
The wife had the
I'll break it
baby,
down.
but she never had sex with the twin. Does
There
the
is
twin
no
is
There is no twin.
Oh, it's
Twin
all
died
He
in
was
utero.
in his mother's womb.
Yeah.
He was a twin, but
Right.
he absorbed the twin.
So
So he came out as an only child, but
Gotcha.
his twin was
Was
in
inside of
him.
you.
So now when he had sex with the wife
Yeah.
and all that, it's the brother's
brother's
DNA
in
is in the child.
So when
So when they
they took the
take the
DNA
test, it's not showing his DNA,
showing
it's
the
showing the
brothers.
brothers.
Now the
But
only
she
thing
never
is,
had sex with him because the brother's dead.
does he have his
He's
own
not
DNA?
alive because he absorbed the brother.
How?
Is this a true story?
Yes.
Why I'm
So
asking
we
this?
just read it, so I
You
don't
just
know.
read it.
Oh.
So we just
Well-
started talking about it. I don't know.
Yeah, so we were just,
You know what's so
just
true
wondering,
about
like,
that, Crispy? Because it's like, okay, if he's having sex and it's producing your brother's DNA or whatever the case may be, how are they distinguishing what your DNA is? Like when he goes to the doctor and he takes his blood, is he catching his DNA? Is he catching the brother's? Is he catching both? And why is it only in the womb? Now, is his semen his brother's semen or is it his semen? This could go
Hold on a
so many
second.
ways.
Yeah,
This
it could
man-
go different ways.
this
Yeah,
man- hold on a
but they
second.
didn't give all, you know, you're not gonna get all that.
So
We're not gonna get all those facts. It's gonna
If
be just straight
we're
story.
talking literal, this man was pregnant with his brother.
His wife was pregnant with When his brother's
Guys,
DNA.
come on, man.
His
Come
brother's
on.
DNA, right?
Listen.
His brother's DNA.
Your mother has you.
Listen, Johnson education. Break it down.
Don't do that.
Chapter 1.
That's light skin education.
Chapter 1.
Don't do
Chapter 1.
Okay.
Chapter 1.
Why do you gotta
Chapter
go back
one.
there? We already
Chapter
did
1.
that.
He is in his mother's womb. Okay?
His mother's pregnant with
His mother's
you
pregnant with
and your
a twin. With
His mother's
your
pregnant with a
twin.
twin.
Put you in it.
Yeah.
Your mother
Where
is
did
pregnant
you
with
see
you
that?
and a twin.
Got you.
In her womb.
Yeah.
Akil, where'd you see
You
Me.
absorb your twin
Eat 'em up.
in your mother's womb.
Eat him up. He's in my womb.
So
He's
you
in my
were
stomach.
born.
I'm born.
You're the only child now.
I'm the only child.
You're grown now.
I'm
You
grown.
have a woman.
But my
You have
twin is outside.
this DNA or whatever is in you because you absorb it. That's however it works.
All right.
You now have a child with this woman.
Beat the face with my
There's a DNA test now on the
DNA
child,
test.
and it's saying
Saying
you are not the
me,
father.
not the father.
So you think she
think
slept with someone,
She slept
else,
with somebody else.
but she didn't.
She didn't.
She's telling you, no, I did it.
So she's not a Jerry Springer
And
candidate.
you keep doing the test every
Do the
time,
test
and it's
every time.
saying that
Say,
you're not the
I'm
father.
not the
Which
father.
one is it? This
So
one?
now you get upset.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, it's bothering you, and at a certain point, you're like, you know what? I'm leaving,
I'm
and
out.
you leave.
I'm gone.
Years pass. We don't know how many years. It didn't say how many years, right?
Whatever. A couple years
So
passed.
I'll go further than that
10 years
because
passed.
was he in a new relationship, or did we just
It
bring
didn't
that up?
say,
It didn't
but
say.
that's
Doesn't
the
matter.
whole
Okay, go ahead.
conversation.
Years
pass
passed.
now.
Years passed.
And now you find out,
I find out
right,
Yep.
that
my mom,
she didn't cheat on
she
you.
didn't cheat on me.
It's the brother that you absorbed. It's
That's right.
his DNA
That's
that's in the child.
Right.
So
So technically,
technically,
you made that child.
Right.
it's not your child,
Right.
but she didn't cheat on you.
She didn't cheat. Yeah. All right. So then you own that. You go back in the college. You try to make it work.
No, that's where the conversation started though,
Yeah,
because we're like, well, what if you're both in new relationships?
We're saying, what if you've moved on now, okay? I get that. In that scenario, you're still single. You know, if you said a few years pass and something, all right.
That's crazy.
Now you're in another. This is what we were bringing up. Now you're in a relationship
You're both
with
in a
someone.
new
You're both in a new
relationship,
relationship.
but you know that she was your person.
Like she was,
That's
you guys are.
you just couldn't get over the fact that you felt like she kept being lying to you.
Can I ask a very relevant question though? I'm gonna seem like a jerk when I ask this.
Okay.
Why?
Is the child 18?
Child 18?
Am I still?
Are they an
That's
adult
you,
now, the
right?
child?
Yeah. Am I still?
You know what?
Am I still paying for stuff?
No, because you said only a few.
No,
No,
question.
I'm basing it on what you
No,
said.
it's not a bad question.
Not a bad question.
I never said it was a bad question. I said I'm basing it on what you said. You said a couple years back. So okay, hell no, they're not 18. You just said a couple.
Alright.
So they're 2 or 3, 4,
Alright,
5 at the most.
Handle your business.
5 at the most.
Handle your business. Yeah, take care of it.
You're in a new relationship with someone.
You take care of it.
Okay,
You take care of it.
5 years. Okay.
No, but that's different. You can take care of the child without being with their mother.
Oh, facts.
The
But this is the
question
law. But she was
what if you're both in a
your
new
woman.
relationship?
That's
Yeah,
your
but
But if
woman.
you felt that that was your person, that you were madly in love with her,
Right.
the only reason you divorced her was because you felt like she was lying to you
Yeah.
about
the kid.
cheating.
Cool.
You
And
have
even if she was
proof.
honest
Okay,
about it, she would be fine.
hold on a second. That's where years that have accumulated matter. Because if it's 18 years, if it's 20 years, I mean, the child's an adult. You guys have naturally grown apart.
Put
You,
the
you
child
can't,
out of the
hold on.
question.
You can't go back and say, you know what, I made a mistake, I thought you cheated, let's start over.
No, but
Years
you
have
should
passed.
know.
If it's been,
If it's 9 months.
if it's been a year or a couple years, even if you guys are still in other relationships, maybe there's some repairing that can be done, right? Because only a select amount of time has
But
passed.
okay. You should
Not
know,
18.
like, let's say he
That's-
has sex.
I get that.
Let's
If it's
say they
like
have
18,
sex and it's 9 months exactly.
Yeah.
He should
And then he
know.
finds out?
Yeah, like he can't be like,
Oh, then yeah, then
a
it's-
day or 2 off, she cheated, whatever.
No, then it's just bad. Then
It's gotta be his.
of course.
You gotta know.
Do you?
You gotta know. But you know when
Don't
you have
listen.
sex.
But wait.
I don't care.
But wait.
I don't care.
Hold on.
Every man can
Hold
play that.
on.
But every man
Hold
knows
on. Hold
when
on.
they have sex.
You gotta get the.
Like, yo, Lord, you have 2.
Like I'm saying, like if when the baby comes out and it doesn't look like an AI robot, then it's not mine. You know what I mean?
My father.
Yeah, but your brother would look like you.
My
Your
brother?
twin.
This is what I'm saying.
No,
So
necessarily.
that baby can.
You're not doing a DNA test because when the baby comes, because no, but we're saying it doesn't happen. I know when it comes out and it looks like you because
It's yours.
it is your blood in there technically, right?
So you guys are
Your brother.
twins.
So you're not gonna question it. This happens later. Say there's a medical something happens, okay, and anything,
But
and
you should
now.
still know. You should be like, nah, at the end of the day, I know it's mine. There's no way it slipped off 1-2 days she went and had sex with someone else. No days, like the 9 months, you'll know.
Are you? Remember what they say? Women are the best cheaters, eh? She don't have to be gone for hours, eh? You guys could have been to dinner and she said, "Oh, I just gotta go to the washroom quickly. Go back there, man's just waiting, bop, 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 bust in there and come back up and sit there with you, and you don't know a damn thing."
Diabolical, your wife's diabolical.
But that's all it takes. I'm reaching, but I'm just saying. That's all it takes, though, right? You don't need the romantic setting for a woman to get pregnant.
No,
you just need bust a nut at the right time, and she's pregnant.
So
I said the right time. At the right time. That's what I'm saying. At the right time. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying that it can happen in that. It can happen.
You say you busted, and then the next man got it before. He got it there. A little bit after he just, he got it. He swim a little stronger. Hey, that's life. That's life.
Hey, man, listen. Some of the stuff is reality, bro.
No, it's true.
You can laugh all you want, but some of the stuff actually probably happened. But is that a true story?
I
You
don't
don't
know.
know if
We
it's
just
true.
read it and then we
I gotta say, if that is a true story,
That's
bro,
crazy.
that is so much crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, because how? Like, I go because if I'm him first, the guy gotta do his doctor.
Okay, hold on,
You go on for
but
life.
Because
but in that scenario,
and then you said in his womb.
hold on. But in that scenario,
I got some special
Hold on.
guys over here.
in that scenario, let me ask you
High
something.
power pack.
Everybody, who's the victim out of the three? Who's the victim?
The brother.
Hold on a second.
Let
No,
him answer.
no, jokes aside. Who's the real victim? Wife, baby, son.
That's it. Wife, baby,
Yeah.
or
Wife, baby,
husband.
son. No, but who's more the victim?
Wife, baby, or
Who
or husband.
do you feel more sympathy for?
The child. Because now the father left, right? The father left.
Oh, he left?
And yeah, he divorced his mom.
Both fathers.
And
left.
obviously he's not going to take care of the child that he has to take
That is kind of funny.
Let that one out.
That's kind of funny still.
This child is growing up a killer. Okay? This child is a killer.
Dexter when it grows up.
He is a killer when he grows up. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I said the child.
Yeah, the child.
Because he's not taking care of the child that he doesn't think is his.
Okay.
So it's not like he was present in the child's life and they just divorced. It's not like like a mutual divorce where okay we can co-parent well, we're gonna co-parent this child together. He left, and he's not gonna. Why would if he's gonna divorce? You know what I mean? Like that's not my child. Why would I need to take care of my child?
I'm gonna go and say the mom. Or the wife, sorry. I gotta say the wife, because the wife had absolutely nothing to do with this. It's not her fault. And the husband left. So she's just like the middle person that this situation fell upon her.
I know.
So I gotta go with the wife.
I know y'all think it's a joke, but it's the brother. The eaten up brother. He didn't get to live. He didn't get to live.
Brother in the womb?
This guy said the eaten up brother.
He didn't get.
Yo, that's the title that you're giving him, bro?
He absorbed the brother.
What does that even mean?
Anyways, I'm not gonna say. He didn't even get.
The cannibalized son.
He didn't even get to come out and be introduced. My man birthed a child that he will never see. He will never see this child ever in life. I mean, you know what? Maybe he's not. Maybe he has the best host.
If you said he's in his womb,
Maybe he has the best spot.
He's just seeing everything through his brother.
That's even
He's
worse.
just like busting shots like real.
Man's in there, yo, that's my kid, where you going?
Like, how is he built? Does he got a side pack? Is like
He's
man's
hurt.
in there. He's like, nah, you ain't going today. I'm busting.
Who's the victim in your eyes?
No, honestly, it is a child. It is a child.
I think it's the
I
wife.
still say it's the mom.
The child's still gonna get to the
Cameraman, who you got? Who's the victim in all this?
The wife didn't really cheat.
Said the kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get why you say the wife, but she's grown. She can take care of herself. This child has.
But she didn't really
But
She
the
has
situation,
parents.
the situation, she didn't ask for
She
it.
has parents.
She could have been a big,
That's what I'm saying.
beautiful wife.
That's what I'm
100%
saying.
running everything,
That's
doing
what
it
I'm
all
saying.
proper, and all of a sudden
She grew up exactly.
But
She
child
grew
didn't
up.
ask
She
for it,
had a life. She
that's
chose the man. I'm not saying that's her fault, whatever. But
It's not her fault.
she grew up with parents. She grew up with parents. She had that life. This child don't have that life. This child has no say in anything. This child,
She's still with the child.
he got left twice.
Wait, she left.
She's
already-
raising the child.
She's
not
raising
taking
a
the
child.
Oh, come on, bro. She's the victim,
She's
man.
good. She's the victim.
She's the victim, bro.
Man,
Come on, man.
she gets.
She
Come on,
portrayed
bro.
that
Hold on a
she
second.
cheated.
It's not. Hold on. It's not.
Because my boy
Well,
She's not-
hold on. She is a victim. I'm not saying she's not.
She's the
But
biggest
She's
between
the
her,
biggest victim.
between her and the child, if she gets, the child cannot take care of themselves. This woman can still take care of herself. Okay, she has to take care of her child.
Why is taking care of the child?
Okay, let me.
She can still